Are back on the record. All parties are present. And the jurors are ready. We are going to have a shorter lunch today, so we can move this forward. I didn't want them out in the weather, so we are ordering them lunch, which means they'll have a shorter lunch break. It will give us more time on the record, given the weather. Are we ready for them to enter?
We are, Your Honor, yes.
Jurors, please.
All rise.
Thank you. You may be seated. I'll see your next witness.
Your Honor, good morning. Thank you. We'll call Detective Kasha Lowe to the witness stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you. You may have a seat. If you are comfortable, please state and spell your name for the record. Just that.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Detective Kasha, Kasha, last name's Lowe, Lowe.
Counsel, there is an envelope there. Is that something you're going to be using?
I don't believe that's mine,
Just
Your Honor.
rubber gloves.
Oh, there's more.
The only thing I,
Put there, could you just put that down? Yeah. Thank you, I'm sorry. All right, thank you, you may proceed.
all right, thank you. The only thing that we are going to need today, Detective Lowe's got a lot to talk about. We're going to need to switch between the Elmo and the puck as well. So I don't know, I don't see anything that's on there now. So I don't know if we could just switch to the Elmo, please.
All right, the
I don't need it for 2 minutes. But
Brian will be here to switch between the Elmo.
thank you. I'm gonna let Jay know how to do it.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, Detective.
Good morning, sir.
So we've had some back and forth in this case about different names, so I want to just clear up this misconception. You've had a name change during the pendency of this investigation, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Your last name now is Lowe, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
During the course of this investigation, your name was Kasha Osborne, or Detective Osborne, is that correct?
Correct, sir.
So that is one and the same person when we were referring to you, is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I will refer to you today as Detective Lowe, and if I make a mistake, please feel free to correct me. Detective Lowe, please tell the jury, where are you employed?
The Lansing Police Department.
In what capacity are you currently employed with the Lansing Police Department?
I am currently assigned as a detective,
How long have you been a police officer with the City of Lansing Police Department?
almost 24 years,
How long have you been a detective with the Lansing Police Department?
almost 6 years.
Detective Lowe, I wonder if you could walk the jury, please, through your history of the assignments that you've had within the Lansing Police Department leading up to your ultimate promotion to detective, please.
Yes, sir. I worked 12 years as a road patrol officer. Within that capacity, I was a field training officer, so I trained our new recruits that came in. I was also a crisis negotiator. Eventually, I became the team leader of the crisis negotiators, where I was a negotiator for 15 years. I then transferred into a special assignment into the community services unit, and I worked in that unit for roughly 5 years. And then in 2020, I was promoted to detective.
Please tell the jury or describe to the jury, what is your current assignment with the Lansing Police Department as a detective?
I am currently assigned on the Enum County Sexual Assault Kit Initiative Task Force.
Can you describe, please, what your job duties are on the sexual assault crime task force, please?
Yes, my duties entail reviewing old sexual assault cases that were, where the sexual assault kits were backlogged. Those kits were eventually finally submitted to a lab for forensic testing. So what I do is I review the old police reports in conjunction with the DNA analysis that comes with that particular case, and I determine whether or not I can pursue further investigation with that specific case and bring it to prosecution.
How long have you been so assigned in this special assignment with the Lansing Police Department?
1 year.
Prior to your detective assignment, as you just described, what were your prior assignments within the Detective Bureau of the Lansing Police Department?
Prior to that, when I first started as a detective, I was assigned to the general crimes unit, which is typical of a new detective, and then eventually transferred over to the sexual assault arena, where I began working adult sexual assault cases, and then I was transferred over to the SACI team.
All right, when you were working in the sexual assault unit, were you also taking cases in the violent crime unit or co-taking cases in the violent crime unit?
Yes, pretty much since I became a detective, I've been working hand in hand through general crimes with the violent crime unit. The sexual assault unit is also part of that violent crime unit.
And as part of your duties as a detective with the Lansing Police Department, do you typically or have you typically investigated homicides that have occurred in the city of Lansing?
Yes, sir, I have.
How long in total have you been working as a detective in the area of general detective, violent crimes, and sexual assault, please?
The tenure of my time in the detective bureau.
And during that time, you have had occasion to work on a number of homicides as both lead and assisting detective within the Lansing Police Department. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about case assignments within the Detective Bureau of the Lansing Police Department. How are cases assigned to different detectives?
So the cases are typically, what happens is road patrol will respond out to a call. They will initiate that call for service, or that call and that report. Once that report is completed, they will submit that report to their supervisor, which is patrol supervisor. The patrol supervisor then has a criteria that they follow to determine whether or not those cases can be further investigated by the detective bureau. Then the detective bureau sergeant gets it, they review it, and they assign to the various detectives within the bureau.
Is it common that on serious violent crime investigations, for example, a homicide, that multiple detectives are assigned to work on that investigation within the bureau?
Absolutely.
And how do detectives work cooperatively within the Detective Bureau on homicide investigations?
Homicide investigations are require an extreme amount of resources. So in order for us to be successful in investigating those sorts of cases, we do have to work together as a team. So typically, a lead detective is assigned with an assistant, and then various tasks are delegated throughout the other detectives that are assisting with that investigation.
If you are appointed as the lead detective in a homicide case, how do your job responsibilities increase on that file?
You are primarily responsible for that entire investigation from start to finish. So your job is essentially to come up with a strategy for the case, to kind of delegate what the other detectives are going to be doing. It's your job to also conduct interviews, to collect evidence, to obtain search warrants, to update our command on the progress of that particular case, utilize various agencies if need be to assist us within those investigations. So we have a great partnership with the local, state, and our federal partners. So we utilize them as much as possible in our cases as well. And then once you feel that the case is ready to go forward with the prosecutor, you will submit that full, thorough report to the prosecutor's office for review. And then once the case is authorized by the prosecutor, it's your job then to swear to the warrant and execute that warrant if need be.
Understanding that homicide investigations are cooperative with multiple detectives, crime scene investigators, forensic technicians, is it your responsibility as the lead detective to be aware of all of the evidence that is being generated by different sources in the case?
Yes, it is.
All right. With that foundation, Detective Lowe, excuse me, I want to direct your attention, please, to the date of January 19th of 2021. Were you so employed as a detective in the Detective Bureau at that time?
Yes, I was.
And on the date of January 19th, 2021, were you assigned to investigate a missing persons case?
Yes, sir.
Who was the missing person that you were assigned to investigate?
Andrew Watson III.
What was Mr. Watson's date of birth, please?
February 23rd of 1982.
That would make him 38 years old, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Detective Lowe, who assigned you this missing persons case?
I was assigned by Sergeant Rick Thomas.
How did Sergeant Rick Thomas assign this case to you?
We have a queue of cases that come to us, so it was just assigned in my queue.
Detective Lowe, when was Andrew Watson officially reported missing?
He was officially reported missing on January 16th of 2021.
Who reported Andrew Watson missing?
His father and one of his girlfriends, Rosemarie.
Who took the report from the Lansing Police Department regarding the missing person on Andrew Watson II?
Officer Bo Idowski.
Why were you, as a detective within Lansing Police Department, assigned a missing persons case when it was not confirmed to be any type of violent episode at that time?
As I stated, I was working general crimes at that time. So within general crimes, your responsibilities are to really work minor cases. So we're doing larcenies, malicious destruction of property, runaway complaints, missing persons, things of that nature. So that's the reason why that case was specifically assigned to me at that time.
When you were initially assigned this investigation, was it assigned as a missing persons only and not a homicide?
Yes, it was only a missing persons complaint.
We've had testimony in this case that the date he was reported missing, January 16th of 2021, was a Saturday. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Tell us why you did not come into contact with this case for further until the 19th. How did the dates work, please?
So the 16th was a weekend, and as a detective, we typically don't work weekends unless we get called in for some major incident. This is not considered, initially, that was not considered a major event. So road patrol took it. That was also the holiday weekend, so that was MLK weekend. And so we, as detectives, did not actually come in until Tuesday the 19th.
So that is why there was the 3-day lag between the initial report and the time it was assigned to you within the Detective Bureau. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So I want to start talking about your initial investigation, please, beginning on that January 19th of 2021. Once you were assigned this case, were you contacted by anybody close to Andrew or his family regarding the status of this investigation?
Yes, I was.
Tell us about that, please.
I remember that day pretty vividly because my phone, that was the only time my phone has ever blown up as much as it did. It just kept ringing, my desk phone. And so I eventually answered it, and it was Latara, husband.
And what, if anything, did Ms. Husband express to you on January 19th of 2021?
She was upset that nothing was being done in reference to the missing persons complaint that was filed on the 16th. At that point, I didn't even know I was assigned that case. And so I looked in my queue and saw that it was there.
So Ms. Husband was eager for this matter to be followed up on, correct?
Yes, sir.
And can you describe for the jury, please, what Ms. Husband's demeanor was during those calls you had with her on January 19th, 2021?
It was very clear that she was concerned about his welfare.
All right, when a missing persons investigation begins, what is the standard investigative protocol that you as a detective will undertake?
So typically with missing persons and runaway complaints, what we would do is we would gather as much information in reference to that particular subject. So I'm looking for the name, the date of birth, their address, a physical description of them, as well as a photo, if at all possible, a description of what they were wearing when they went missing, the location in which they were when they went missing, the circumstances behind them leaving or going missing. Additionally, we would follow up with family members, with friends, with various locations in which they would hang out. Once in a while, we use social media as a tool, as well as media outlets.
Are missing person cases always treated initially like a crime or a homicide or violent episode?
No, they're not.
In fact, when you do missing persons cases, typically, what is typically the ultimate result of most of those missing person cases?
Most of those cases are resolved rather quickly I would say within a week or 2 weeks. That is not uncommon for a missing person complaint.
Given Ms. Husband's concerns on January 19th, 2021, tell the jury, please, what you began to do under your standard protocol to investigate Andrew Watson as a missing person.
Latara indicated she was on her way to the precinct, so she arrived with Otelia Watson, Christina Sines, Alyssa Ryan, and Mackenzie Chambliss. So I conducted interviews on all of those subjects.
All of those individuals you just referenced, those are people that the jury has heard from related to Andrew Watson in this case. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And to refresh the jury, who is Otelia Watson in reference to Andrew Watson?
Otelia Watson is the mother of Andrew Watson II.
And who was Christina Sines in relationship to Andrew Watson II?
Christina Sines is his primary girlfriend.
Who was Alyssa Ryan in relationship to Andrew Watson?
Alyssa Ryan was one of the most recent girlfriends.
When you interviewed those people, did you get the sense that, at least at that time, they all knew about one another?
Yes.
All right. And their respective relationships to Andrew?
Yes.
And lastly, who was Mackenzie Chambliss in relationship to Andrew Watson?
Mackenzie Chambliss was one of his friends.
Did you conduct interviews with all of the people that you just referenced, Detective?
Yes, I did.
When did you conduct these interviews?
On the 19th.
Where did you conduct these interviews?
At 5815 Wise Road, that's our precinct where all of the patrol resides.
These interviews that you conducted, were they recorded in some fashion?
Yes, they were audio recorded.
And why was it important for you to audio record the interviews that you did with these initial witnesses?
Typically, we try to either audio or audio and video record our statements when we're conducting them with victims, witnesses, and accused.
When cases are brought over for a warrant request at the prosecutor's office, are those video or audio interviews that you've taken, do they accompany that information over to the prosecutor's office?
Yes, they do.
And is that information disclosed to both sides during the pendency of these cases?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you mentioned this individual by the name of Latara Husband. During the course of this investigation, not that day, but subsequently, did Ms. Husband ever provide you with a photograph of Andrew Watson, specifically related to Andrew Watson's cellular phones?
Yes, sir, she did.
All right, I want to hand you what's been admitted in this case, because it's exhibit number 198. This was identified by Ms. Husband during her testimony. And do you recognize this photograph, People's 190, as the photograph Ms. Husband provided to you when you were doing your cellular phone portion of this case?
Yes, sir, I do.
A couple things I want to reference in this particular file. We see that Mr. Watson is holding what looks like a large amount of cash. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Was Mr. Watson's possession of cash during the period of time he was alive, was that a very relevant factor to you in how you ultimately approached this investigation?
Yes, it was.
Was the absence of a lot of cash also relevant to you when you approached this investigation?
Yes, sir, it was.
All right. When you conducted your investigation, was it important for you to establish a timeline as to where Andrew Watson was last seen alive?
Yes, sir.
Who was the witness that provided you information as to the last time Andrew Watson was independently seen alive?
Alyssa Ryan.
During the course of your interview with Alyssa Ryan, when did she tell you was the last time that she had seen Andrew Watson alive?
She last saw him around a little after 10 o'clock p.m. on the night of January 12th.
And where had she last seen Andrew Watson alive at approximately 10 o'clock on the night of January 12th, 2021?
At 1904 Georgetown, apartment 14.
During the course of that interview, did she provide you information with something she had picked up for Andrew?
Yes.
And as a result of that, did you investigate further to confirm when she had picked these items up for Andrew?
Yes, I did.
And was that important to you to try and establish a time frame for when she last saw Andrew alive?
Absolutely.
All right. Tell the jury, please, when you initially interviewed Miss Ryan, where did she tell you that she had gone and what had she purchased for Andrew that was relevant to your investigation?
She went to Applebee's and I believe she purchased wings.
Okay. The Applebee's restaurant that she went to, where was that Applebee's restaurant located?
It's the Applebee's at the intersection of Cedar Street and Edgewood in Lansing.
We're going to talk a lot more about this location of Georgetown, but quickly, where is Georgetown located within the city of Lansing?
Georgetown is located on the southwest side of the city of Lansing.
Both of these locations, Georgetown and Applebee's, are those both considered on the south side of Lansing?
Yes, actually, if you take Edgewood, you can get to Georgetown.
Can you tell us approximately geographically how far Georgetown is from the Applebee's that Miss Ryan accessed?
I would say a couple miles.
Okay. Tell the jury what, if anything, you did to independently confirm the time that Miss Ryan had given you about her trip to Applebee's that night.
So Ms. Ryan provided that information to me. I went over to Applebee's and spoke with the supervisor to see if I could obtain a receipt. She indicated she actually called in, so they had a record of that order.
Were you present in court when we read Miss Ryan's transcript into the record?
Yes, sir.
And a copy of that receipt was actually admitted into evidence during the time of her testimony. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to provide you a second copy of that so we can have an independent copy in evidence, and I'm going to approach with People's Proposed Exhibit number 228. Tell us everything that's included in this packet, People's Proposed 228.
So the receipt has an order number. It has a date at the top of 1/12/2021 at approximately 9:44 p.m. and 48 seconds. It has the ready time. You can read through.
No, you can just tell us what it is, basically, then we'll go through it, no problem.
Yeah, sorry, it's a receipt from Applebee's.
All right, and on the last page, can you tell us what's obtained on the last page of that document?
The last page is a certification of records and regularly conducted activities.
Were you able to certify during your investigation that this was a record of something that was kept in the ordinary course of business at Applebee?
Yes,
And you got a signature from Applebee's confirming that this was a receipt obtained from that location on South Cedar, is that correct?
yes, sir.
All right, Your Honor, pursuant to Eagle 36, MRE 90211, the people move for admission of People's Proposed Exhibit 228.
Any objection or what you
Without objection.
admitted?
All right, so Detective, you started talking about this and we heard a little bit about it from Miss Ryan. But I want to make sure we go through some of these items here. Just give me a second because of my terrible eyesight. All right. Okay, so with respect to the time Miss Ryan ordered the food, please, what does the receipt indicate about the date and time that Miss Ryan ordered the food?
She ordered it on January 12th of 2021 at 9:44 and 48 seconds in the evening.
And what does the receipt indicate about what time this item was ready for pickup, please?
The ready time for pickup was 10 p.m.
In your mind, this receipt that you obtained from the Applebee's restaurant, did that corroborate to you the time frame that Miss Ryan had provided you when you first interviewed her about when was the last time she had seen Andrew Watson alive?
Yes, it was consistent with the statement she provided me that night.
All right, so if we can assume the pickup was around 10 o'clock, some travel time between there and Georgetown, what would be the applicable time for your investigation as to when Mr. Watson was last seen alive by Alyssa Ryan?
Probably within 10 to 15 minutes of that time frame.
During the course of your investigation, did you learn whether Andrew Watson II went as different nicknames or multiple nicknames?
Yes, he had multiple.
Can you tell the jury, please, what were the nicknames that you learned Andrew Watson went as during the course of your investigation?
Yes, Bubba, Skrill, Skrilla Money, and Moneybags.
All right. Sounds like different people refer to him in different contexts by different names. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
With respect to his mother and father, his more home life family, what name did they refer to him as?
Bubba. Oh, his mother referred to him as Andrew as well.
Okay, so Bubba or Andrew?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I want to make sure I go through and we understand we've had so many dates popping around in this case. I kind of want to go through with you what days of the week we're talking about, okay?
Yes, sir.
We've heard testimony from Mr. and Mrs. Watson about the last time they saw their son, January 11th of 2021. Do you recall that testimony?
Yes, sir.
What day of the week was January 11th of 2021?
January 11th was a Monday.
We heard Miss Watson refer to the day before that when she had learned that her son was playing poker with a person by the name of Willie James. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
What date would that be, please?
That would have been Sunday on January 10th.
All right. Sunday was the 10th, Monday was the 11th, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The last date Andrew was seen reported alive was Tuesday, the 12th, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That Friday would have been what date, please?
Tuesday would have been the 12th, Wednesday was the 13th, Thursday was the 14th, Friday was the 15th.
All right, you did exactly what I hoped you would do, count the days off. So Friday would have been January 15th, Saturday would have been what day?
The 16th.
And then you got the case on Tuesday, the 19th, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so those are the applicable days. Sunday, the 10th, Monday, the 11th, Tuesday, the 12th, Friday, the 15th, Saturday, the 16th, Tuesday, the 19th. Is that all accurate?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So we're at the point in time when you have now undertaken an initial investigation by talking to people close to Andrew, your family members, girlfriends, or friends. Is that accurate?
Yes, accurate.
Tell the jury what you next did to begin your investigation.
I obtained 3 cell phone numbers for Mr. Watson. Because of the circumstances being so unusual, I did request that we do an exigent ping on his cell phones and attempt to locate his GPS locations through the use of the cell phones.
What does that mean, please?
So an exigent ping is a warrantless request from the police department. A warrantless request from the police agency to the cell phone provider, which is T-Mobile at this point, requesting that they conduct a cell phone ping, which is geo location of that specific phone. So I had all of his phone numbers that I was able to provide to them, and they executed the ping.
How do you go about obtaining that exigent ping?
There's a form that has to be filled out and submitted, and it has to be authorized in order for that to occur.
And were you able to get the requisite authorization that you needed for that cellular phone ping?
Yes, sir, I was.
Through what company did you seek the cellular phone ping?
T-Mobile.
What, if anything, were the results of the cellular phone pings that you initially did under exigent circumstances on the date of January 19th, 2021?
They were unsuccessful in locating anything on any of the phones.
And what did that mean to you?
Typically, especially with 3 phones, you would think that you would at least get something, so that was a little suspicious to me.
As your investigation into a missing persons has now continued, are you considering this may be something more than just a missing person?
It's still a missing person, but obviously there are some unusual circumstances behind it. There's specific criteria in which we can have a missing person entered into LEAN, which is the Law Enforcement Information Network. And yes, I was leaning towards that, in that direction of doing that.
We heard testimony from Officer Idalski, who said when he initially took the complaint on January 16th, he did not enter Mr. Watson into LEAN. Did you hear that testimony?
Yes, sir.
What are the requirements to enter a person into LEAN an initial investigation for missing persons?
So there are several entities that have to be present in order to do that. For endangered persons or someone with dementia or Alzheimer's or something along those lines, a runaway that is a juvenile, whether or not the person has some sort of medical condition where we are concerned for their welfare, whether or not they are significantly injured and may need medical attention, if they're suicidal or if they're homicidal, if there are unusual circumstances behind them going missing.
Understanding those criteria, do you agree with Officer Adalski's initial decision not to enter Mr. Watson into lien, knowing the facts that he did?
Yes, sir.
When you first got the case on January 19th of 2021, did you automatically enter Mr. Watson into lien?
No, I did not.
Did there come a time in this investigation when you did?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we've talked, we saw the photograph from his husband, and we've talked about multiple cellular phones. During the course of this investigation, did you learn that Andrew Watson had at least 3 active cellular phone numbers?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right, let me go through these numbers with you, and you can tell me if these are numbers for Andrew Watson. The jury could write these numbers down, please, while I'm reading them. Detective Osborne, during the course of the investigation, did you learn that Andrew Watson had a cell phone number with the number 916-529-1767?
Yes, sir.
916-529-1767. Did you learn that he had a second cellular phone number, 323-485-7626?
Yes, sir.
323-485-7626. Did you learn that Mr. Watson had a third cellular phone, 239-316-6544?
Yes, sir.
239-316-6544. Were those all of the cellular phone numbers that you learned that Andrew Watson had during the course of this investigation?
Yes, sir.
All right. As part of your investigation, were cellular phones an important component of that investigation?
Yes, sir.
What, if anything, did you do to obtain call data records for Andrew Watson's various cellular phone numbers?
I obtained a search warrant.
When you obtained the search warrant, tell the jury what you were looking to obtain from the cellular phone provider.
The cellular provider can provide, it's kind of the call log of that particular cell phone. Within that call log is usually the date, the time that those calls were made, whether it's a voice call or a text call. It can also provide tower locations throughout the city of Lansing where the cell towers are, or whatever. It's not necessarily the city of Lansing, but whatever city you're in, that are utilized in order to generate activity on that cell phone. It also provides like SMS messages, text messages, and stuff like that.
What cellular phone provider did Mr. Watson maintain his cellular phones through?
T-Mobile.
After you executed the search warrant, were you able to get call data records on all 3 of those applicable phone numbers?
Yes, sir.
I want to hand you what's been marked into evidence in this case as People's Proposed Exhibit number 209. Are those call data records that you obtained on each of those 3 cellular phones contained on this thumb drive, People's Exhibit number 209?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Your Honor, I'm going to move admission at this time of People's Proposed Exhibit 209.
Any objection or voir dire?
Without objection.
Admitted.
So let's talk now about the Georgetown apartments. You had received information in your initial interview with Alyssa Ryan that the last place Andrew was seen alive is the Georgetown apartment complex, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where exactly is the Georgetown apartment complex located within the city of Lansing?
Georgetown apartment complex is also on the south west side of the city of Lansing.
Can you tell us, please, what the nearest cross streets are to the Georgetown apartment complex on the south side of Lansing?
It runs off of, you can access it actually off Edgewood and off Miller. I would say the closest intersection would be MLK and Edgewood, and MLK and Miller.
The complex located there, is it actually called Georgetown Apartment Complex?
It's Arbors of Georgetown.
Arbors of Georgetown? All
Yes,
right.
sir.
If I showed you a Google map, would you recognize the location of the Georgetown Apartments in the south side of Lansing?
Yes, sir.
I want to approach you with people's exhibit number 5, please. Can you tell us what we're looking at on people's exhibit number 5?
It's the address of 1904 Georgetown, the kind of like the part of the property.
Does that fairly accurately depict that location of the Arbors of Georgetown in the city of Lansing?
Yes, sir.
Now, we've seen in this case also that a second map has been admitted, one that was obtained during the preliminary examination with the testimony of Ms. Ryan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And have you also looked at that particular Google map that was presented during the preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
All right, before I show you that, let me move at this time for admission of people's proposed exhibit number 5.
Any objection or what, dear?
Not objection.
Admitted.
So I want to look at these two maps with you, please. First, the one that's been admitted into evidence in this case as 230 PE, preliminary examination testimony. All right, do you recognize this geographic area as the location where Georgetown is, please?
Yes.
So in terms of major cross streets, we see one located in this photograph here. What is this major cross street that I'm tracing with my pen right here, please?
So this is MLK to Edgewood.
All right,
So
can
this
you
is MLK here.
mark on your screen? Okay, so that's MLK, all right. And
And
then
this
where's
is
Edgewood, please?
Edgewood.
And then could you mark with a GT, please, where the Georgetown complex is located? All right, thank you. All right, showing you the map that we just discussed here. Tell us what we're looking at in people's exhibit number 5, please.
This is the location in which Andrew was last seen at.
All right, so is this the Arbors of Georgetown complex that we see depicted in front of us?
Yes, sir.
This sort of horseshoe-shaped looking road traveling around it. What is the name of that road, please?
Georgetown Boulevard.
What specific building was Andrew last seen at, please?
It's the area where I put the X.
And do you know what the specific address is of that area where Andrew was last seen?
1904 Georgetown.
What type of apartments are located in the Arbors of Georgetown complex, specifically at 1904?
1904 is a 2-bedroom apartment or townhouse.
After you initially received contact with this case, did there come a time when you went over to that last known location where Andrew was located at Georgetown Apartments, 1904 Georgetown?
Yes, sir.
All right, first of all, when you went there, what, if anything, did you do to look for any video footage which might be applicable to this investigation?
While I was conducting my interviews, it was thought that the apartment complex had surveillance cameras on the property. So I drove over to the property to see if I could locate those cameras and spoke with management and determined that they actually do not have cameras on that property. They had new lights installed on the property, which kind of resembled cameras, and the tenants just assumed that they were cameras and she never corrected them.
All right. So the ultimate conclusion was that there was no video footage that captured that area of 1904 Georgetown on the night Andrew disappeared. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, where did Alyssa Ryan live back in January of 2021?
Alyssa lived at 900 West Apartments.
Where are the 900 West apartments in relationship to Georgetown? If they're on people's 230 PE, let us know.
It's not on this picture, but this road right here is Edgewood. So if you continued down approximately a mile, just shy over a mile, 900 West is on the same side of the road.
Geographically, how far away from the Arbors of Georgetown complex is the 900 West apartments where Alyssa lived?
Just a little bit over a mile.
So walking distance, but a longer walking distance. Or maybe.
I wouldn't walk it, but yeah.
Yeah, why, I mean, why is that? Tell me.
That's just the location in which that apartment complex is. It's a heavy traffic area, so it's a lot further away, especially during that time of year in January. It's a pretty cold walk.
So in your position, that is a drivable distance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
More than a pedestrian friendly distance.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you also go over to the 900 West apartments to look for any video footage that might be applicable to your investigation?
Yes.
What did you do?
I made contact with Violet Olson, who is the manager at the apartment complex, to see if I could obtain footage.
What, if anything, happened when you met with the manager of the 900 West apartments?
They did have a camera system on their property. However, they were having difficulty with obtaining that footage and ultimately were unable to provide me with a copy.
Ultimately, were you able to obtain any applicable video footage either from the Georgetown complex or from the 900 West complex in the course of your investigation?
No, I was not.
Based upon your interviews with Alyssa Ryan, were you directed to a specific apartment at 1904 Georgetown?
Yes.
What apartment was that, please?
Apartment 14.
Did there come a time referring you to January 21st, now 2 days after you've had this investigation, that you go over to that apartment, 1904 Georgetown, apartment 14?
Yes.
Who was the resident of that apartment, please?
Darlene Williams.
Did Darlene Williams go by a specific nickname, if you know?
Yes, she did.
And what was her nickname?
Auntie.
Did you make contact with Darlene Williams, AKA Auntie or Auntie?
I did.
Where did you make contact with her?
At her residence at 1904 Georgetown, apartment 14.
Who was present when you made contact with her?
Darlene was, and her son Marcus.
Was that interaction recorded between you and Ms. Williams?
Yes, it was.
I'm going to ask you to describe Ms. Williams's physical appearance for us, please. First of all, was she white, black, or something else?
Black female.
What was her approximate age?
Probably in her 60s at that time, early 60s.
What was her general appearance, if you can describe?
She was small. She was pretty short, black female.
Okay. And what was her demeanor when you spoke with her?
She was very cooperative, kind of feisty, but.
Right. Did she provide to you relevant information to your investigation when you met with her on the night of, or the afternoon of January 21st, 2021, about events that had happened on January 12th, that Tuesday night when Andrew was at her residence?
Yes, sir, she did.
All right. After you interviewed her, did you request consent to search anything inside of her residence?
Yes, I requested consent to search her property, the interior of her apartment.
And what, if anything, were you looking for when you wanted to go inside the apartment and look around?
I was looking for anything that would be an indication as to whether or not something had transpired within the apartment, like was he injured or something along those lines, something that would give me an indication that there was an incident that occurred within that apartment, and that was the reason why Mr. Watson was missing.
Did you go in and look in the residence because of information that Ms. Williams had told you?
Ms. Williams had told me yes.
Okay. Was the information that Ms. Williams provided you a reason that you went in and searched and looked around for things related to Andrew?
Absolutely.
Did you do that as a result of the content of the information Ms. Williams had provided you?
Yes.
Did you inquire during your interview if Andrew Watson had been at her residence on the night of January 12th, 2021?
Yes, I did.
Did she confirm that he had been at the residence?
Yes, sir.
And who was he with?
He was with Lily James.
And what were they doing inside the residence that night?
They were gambling.
All right. Can you describe for the jury the layout of the interior of the residence?
Yes, when you, the residence has a little living room area. Across from the living room area is a small, very small dining area that connects to the kitchen. If you go further down the hallway, there's one full-size bathroom, and then as you go to the end of the hall, there's 2 bedrooms.
Can you describe to the jury the condition of the interior of the apartment?
It's pretty, a little messy, pretty scarce, minimal items she had.
Show you some of the photographs at least that you took to document to the jury the interior of the apartment. I'll hand you what's been marked into evidence as people's proposed exhibits 191A to 191B. Ask if you can identify what we see in 191A through 191B. Can you tell us what those items are, please?
Yes, it's the exterior apartment building of 1904 Georgetown, as well as the interior photos of the dining area, the kitchen area, and yeah.
All right. Do these photographs fairly and accurately depict what you were photographing inside 1904 Georgetown apartment 14 that afternoon?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your Honor, I'm going to move admission, please, of people's 191A through D, please.
Any objection or what, dear?
Without objection.
Admitted.
All right. And I guess I should indicate to you, Detective, did you take more photographs than just the ones that we're showing you here?
Yes, I did.
Was there anything relevant in the photos that are not being shown to the jury to your investigation?
No, sir.
In fact, let me ask you about what you observed inside the residence. What, if anything, did you observe of significance inside the residence, if anything?
There was a microwave in the dining area in the in her apartment that eventually would kind of come about through other photos that I think.
What, if any, signs of struggle did you observe inside the residence?
There was nothing of evidentiary value that I felt was necessary.
What, if any, signs of violent crime, shooting, homicide, injury, anything that you observed inside the residence?
There was nothing.
So negative findings inside the residence?
Yes, sir.
All right, with that foundation, let me show you these photographs here, please. All right, showing you people's 191. 91A. Tell us what we're looking at, people's 191A.
So this would be the door that's closest to you is the apartment for upstairs. The door that is kind of sunk in the back is the back door to, or the front door, however you want to say it, to 1904 Georgetown apartment 14.
When you walk into this front door area, where is apartment 14 in relationship to the front door, please?
The door that looks like it has the window in it, it's right in that area. You walk right into the living room.
Could you circle that, please, for us, the entranceway? All right, so when you walk into that door, you are right inside the apartment, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Showing people exhibit 191B. Tell us what we're looking at in 191B, please.
You can see the address adorned on the outside of the building. 1904.
Showing people's 191C. What do we see in 191C, please?
This is her dining area. Hers as in Darwin's.
And what was contained within the dining room area, please?
Dining room table, vacuum, chairs, and a microwave.
Showing you people's 191D. What do we see in 191D, please?
The view of the kitchen from the dining room area.
Now, you've referenced a microwave now on a couple occasions, and I just want to, I'm clear, when you went there that first day, January 21st, 2021, did you care about her microwave?
I did not.
All right. Did that microwave take on some significance based on other evidence you obtained later in the investigation?
Yes, it did.
So as of right now, when you were documenting the interior of the residence, these are just how the residence appeared that day,
Yes, sir.
with absolutely no findings of criminal activity, struggle, trauma, et cetera. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. So as we continue your investigation, Alyssa Ryan was the last person that saw Andrew alive. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
So was it important for you to investigate and corroborate Alyssa Ryan's story?
Yes, it was.
You first obtained the Applebee's receipt to corroborate the time frame or the timeline on January 12th of 2021. What else did you do to continue investigating Alyssa Ryan? Did you speak to her again? And if so, what did you do?
I did, I conducted a follow-up interview with her, as well as seized her cell phone.
All right. When you seized her cell phone, why did you want to seize her cell phone?
Again, to corroborate the statements that she made in reference to her interactions that day with Mr. Watson.
And what, if anything, was done to further investigate Ms. Ryan's cell phone during the course of this case?
I obtained a search warrant for a cell phone extraction of her phone.
Was a cellular phone extraction done on Alyssa Ryan's cell phone?
Yes, sir.
We're going to use this term cellular phone extraction a lot in this case. Can you tell the jury first, what is a cellular phone extraction?
In simple terms, a cellular phone extraction is literally a duplicate copy of that particular cell phone. So what they do, what the analysts do, is they connect the person's cell phone to a program called Cellbrite that our agency uses. Cellbrite then creates a copy of the data that's on that phone at the time that it is extracted. It's then transferred onto a USB and provided for us as a copy.
Was the cellular phone extraction completed on Alyssa Ryan's cell phone?
Yes, sir, it was.
During the course of this investigation, did detectives and other analysts thoroughly look through the contents of Alyssa Ryan's cellular
Oh,
phone?
I'm sorry, you got me there. During the course of this investigation, did detectives and other,
And other analysts thoroughly look through the contents of Ms. Ryan's cellular phone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Alyssa Ryan was a major component of your investigation and steps were taken to corroborate what she had told you. Is that all accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to next talk about a person that we haven't mentioned, and that's a person by the name of Liliana Rose. Referring you to January 22nd of 2021, did you interview a young lady by the name of Liliana Rose?
I did.
How did the name Liliana Rose come on your radar?
Liliana Rose was identified as another girlfriend of Andrew Watson.
Where did you make contact with Liliana Rose?
I called her.
Did you speak to her in person or on the phone?
I spoke with her over the phone.
Was the interview that you had with Liliana Rose recorded?
Yes, it was.
During the course of that interview with Liliana Rose, how would you describe her level of cooperation?
She was fully cooperative at that time.
Did there come a time when Liliana Rose also presented you or with different items of evidence that might be helpful in locating Andrew Watson?
Yes, sir.
What does she provide you, please?
She provided me a screenshot of the last conversation she was able to have with him.
Did you hear Ms. Rose testifying in court, Detective Osborne?
Yes, sir, I did.
Excuse me, Detective Lowe, that's my first time.
It's okay.
Did you hear Ms. Rose testify in courtroom in this case?
Yes, I did.
All right. And did you see the screenshot that was admitted into evidence?
Yes, sir.
Is that the screenshot that Ms. Rose provided to you?
Yes, sir.
And that details a phone call that she had with Andrew Watson at approximately 8:04 p.m. that night. Is that accurate?
Yes, it was a text.
What other information did Liliana Rose provide to you during the course of your investigation?
She also provided me with a Facebook video that had been posted on her page.
Was that the Facebook video that we had observed in this particular case?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to play that for the jury, please. Just give me a moment, please. Just a second. All right, playing the video, please. Play one more time, please. All right, during the course of your investigation, did you have an opportunity to look at this Facebook video that Ms. Rose had provided to you?
Yes, sir.
What, if anything, is significant to you about the content of that video as it relates to the disappearance of Andrew Watson?
The location of that video is Auntie's house, Sir dining room area table,
And what, if anything, led you to that conclusion, please?
the microwave, as well as the table, the dining table that's in that photo, or in that video.
All right, let me show you, please, the interior of Auntie's house again. We saw in the video from Miss Rose a large amount of money on a table, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that table was directly adjacent or in front of a white microwave oven, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And does that match what we see from your photographs inside of Georgetown and People's 191C?
Yes, sir, it does.
And then showing you People's 191B, again, the microwave or that white microwave from the same vantage point is prominent in this particular photograph, isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you interviewed Miss Rose, did she provide you information as to when that video was taken inside of the Georgetown apartment?
I don't believe she provided me with it, but I was able to obtain it.
All right, so she did not tell you exactly when that item was taken inside the Georgetown apartment. Did she tell you when she had posted that item to Facebook when you first interviewed her?
I can't recall if she specifically told me when.
Very good. Did she also tell you that she had, or let me ask you this, during the course of her testimony, did you hear her indicate that she had posted that particular video to Facebook sometime in the fall of 2020?
During her testimony?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Did you also hear her provide testimony to the jury about what the caption was when she posted that item to Facebook?
Yes.
What was the name of the caption when she posted it to Facebook?
Wintertime.
Wintertime grind?
Wintertime grind.
All right. During the course of this investigation, were you able to find independent evidence as to when that item was posted to Facebook?
Yes, I was.
That information, where was it contained, please?
Through on Facebook page.
During the course of this investigation, was it important for you to investigate Facebook for any possible connections between persons?
Yes.
What, if anything, did you do to obtain information from Facebook in this particular case?
I obtained search warrants for her Facebook page.
And did you receive information back from her Facebook page?
Yes, I did.
Does that come with a record certification indicating that this is an authentic document from the Facebook or Meta Corporation?
Yes, sir, it
I want
does.
to hand you what's been marked into evidence in this case as People's Proposed Exhibit number 200. And ask if you can identify, please, what we see, both documents in People's 200.
It is the post from Liliana Rose dated January 19th with the money sprawled all over the table.
With the money spread out all over the
Sprawled, yes.
Okay, and then what is the back page, please?
The back page is a certificate of authenticity of domestic records of regulatory conducted activity from Facebook.
All right, Your Honor, at this time, pursuant to 8036 and MRE 90211, people move to admit People's Proposed Exhibit number 200.
Any objection, everybody, dear?
No objection.
Admitted.
So showing you this photograph, that appears to be a still shot, if you would, of that same video that we just saw. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what about that appears consistent with you from the video that we just saw?
The table and the microwave in the background.
All right, and the date of posting this particular item, first of all, who posted it?
Liliana Rose.
And can you tell us, please, all of the hashtags and postings that we have here, please?
Hashtag wintertime grind 101, smiling emojis or laughing emojis, team money bags, little ass nigga, and don't copy.
And
Copyrights.
tell us what the date, please, that video was posted on Facebook?
January 11th.
So that would be Sunday, January 11th of 2021. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Detective, I'm gonna have you look at this and then the jury can look at it independently, because technology would be very difficult. I want you to look closely at the money that you see on the table there, please. Obviously, there appears to be a large denomination of cash, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the jury, please, when this video is, it's posted January 11th, 2021. What are the primary denominations that you see in that large pile of money, if you can tell?
They're $20 bills.
So that large money is consists largely of $20 bills, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So as we look into phase one of your investigation, the first thing we want to talk about is what transportation was available to Andrew Watson. So did it come on your radar that Andrew Watson was a person who rented vehicles?
Yes, it did.
Tell us how you found all this out, please.
Through interviews as well as Officer Brandon Berg's, when you ran one of the vehicles, it came back as a rental.
Were you able to learn during the course of your investigation where Andrew Watson II rented vehicles?
Yes, I did.
And where did he rent those vehicles?
Avis, which is the city of Lansing.
Okay, what, if anything, did you do to follow up on that, please?
I went to Avis and requested to obtain their rental records.
When you obtained rental records, did you learn that Andrew Watson was renting in 2021 a red Chrysler 300 vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Was that vehicle subsequently located during the course of this investigation?
Yes, it was.
Where was that vehicle located?
616 Irvington,
And who located that vehicle, please?
Officer Brandon Berg.
Showing you a copy of People's Exhibit number 6 admitted. Is this the vehicle that Andrew Watson was renting in January of 2021?
Yes,
Who had rented that vehicle for Mr. Watson, or rather, I should say, under what name had Mr. Watson rented that vehicle?
Cleophas Amor.
Who was Cleophas Armour in relationship to Andrew Watson?
It's his brother-in-law.
During the course of this investigation, did you interview Cleophas Armour?
I did.
And did you learn during that investigation that Andrew rented vehicles under his name?
Yes, I did.
The vehicle that was located by Detective Brandenburg was a request made to search that vehicle.
Yes,
Who made that request to search the vehicle?
I did.
Why was it important to you to search Andrew Watson's last known vehicle?
I was trying to determine if there was anything that would indicate what could have happened to him.
How did you
located in the
get,
vehicle.
how did you get authority to search that vehicle?
The rental agreement was up on January 25th, so I obtained consent to search from one of the supervisors at Avis, Mr. Teepee, and he signed off on it.
Was that vehicle processed in this case?
Yes, it was.
And who processed the vehicle?
I believe it was Officer Fearnow.
Was any items of evidentiary value, any signs of struggle, damage, injury, or otherwise located inside that vehicle?
No, sir.
Did you develop any information during the course of this entire investigation that any type of damage, trauma, or accident had happened inside of that vehicle?
No.
All right. Now, when Mr. Watson disappeared, did anybody make 911 calls to dispatch in connection with his disappearance?
Yes,
How many 911 calls were made in connection with Mr. Watson's initial disappearance?
there were 3 calls.
When were those calls made?
The first call was made on January 16th of 2021 at around 9:57 a.m.
Who made that call?
That was Alyssa Ryan.
Is that the call that generated the dispatch prompting Officer Adowski to return that call to her?
Yes, sir.
Who else made a call to 911?
Otelia Watson, Andrew's mother, made a call at 1:39 p.m. on the same date, January 16th of 2021.
And what was the third 911 call?
The third 911 call was made by Nikki Robinson at approximately 12:48 a.m. on the 17th of January 2021.
During the course of your investigation, did you investigate as to whether there were any 911 calls generated from January 12th, 2021 into the early morning hours of January 13th, 2021 at or near the location of the Arbors of Georgetown apartment?
I did request that information.
And what, if anything, did you learn?
There was none.
Did you request to see if were there any calls for service from the Lansing Police Department for violent crimes, accidents, things of that nature over at the Georgetown or the immediate vicinity?
Yes,
What, if anything, did you learn?
there was nothing.
All right, as we conclude sort of phase one of your interview, Detective, based upon your witness interviews, your initial phone searches, your initial searches of property, did you form an investigative opinion about when the last time Andrew Watson II was seen alive by friends and family?
Yes, I did.
And what was that date, please?
January 12th.
And did you form an investigative opinion as to the last geographic location that Andrew Watson was seen alive?
Yes, I did.
And did you form an investigative opinion as to the last person that Andrew Watson may have been with on the night of January 12th of 2021?
Yes, sir.
And what was the name of that person, please?
Willie James Jr.
In your opinion, Detective, did Andrew Watson have a sudden sort of extreme disappearance from his normal patterns of life?
According to his family, yes.
What do you base that on?
Based off of the interviews that were conducted, there were a couple people that indicated they had plans with Mr. Watson later on in the week, and he did not show up. Additionally, due to the fact that the phone pings did not really generate anything from any of the 3 phones that he had on his person, that was also another reason.
Did you stop investigating whether Andrew had died based upon those interviews with family and friends?
No.
Tell us what you did to sort of objectively see whether Andrew had left any footprint in the world since the date of January 12th, 2021.
Yeah, with this case, I requested a lot of assistance from our partners with the state police as well as with the FBI, in addition to other state entities. So I contacted Nikki Anderson and her crew with the assistance of our crime analyst, Madison Lewis. And I believe it was FBI agent Kelly Miles conducted an analytical workup. So my request was that, let's see if we can't locate him anywhere in the United States, anywhere. So I asked them to check into those types of things, whether or not tickets were obtained, transportation, whether or not he flew someplace or traveled by train somewhere, or if he crossed the borders anywhere. Additionally, Ricky Zielinski provided what's called a MAPS report, and a MAPS report is typically generated to, like, if you have prescription meds assigned, like prescribed to you anywhere in the US, they should be able to track that. So we checked that. We checked unemployment history. Additionally, we requested assistance from MSU Police Department utilizing their canines. Additionally, we used MSP's cadaver dogs. The dive team, I requested drones to be used in some cases. I'm trying to think who else I contacted in reference to.
Well, let me walk
trying to
you.
locate.
You're remembering a lot, so let me
Yeah.
walk you through it. Okay. Thank you for that. And so you talked about Madison Lewis and Nicole Anderson. We heard from them in this case. Is that correct?
Yes,
You also requested analytical workups from the FBI. You indicated from Agent Kelly Miles. Is that correct?
yes,
And you also requested what's called a MAPS or prescription check through Ricky Zielinski. She's with the Michigan State Police.
yes,
The results of those tests all negative. Is that correct?
that's correct.
As part of the workup that Ms. Anderson and Ms. Lewis did, they did something called TLO. Are you familiar with that database?
Yes.
What, if anything, does TLO include about any transportation, plane tickets, bus tickets, train tickets, border crossings? What information is contained in there, if you know?
I'm not really sure exactly how that information is applied to it, but It has a large range of information regarding various accounts that are created by individuals through the use of their phone numbers.
All right, was any information developed through TLO about any travel, plane, out of state, anything of that nature?
No, sir.
All right. Did you check with the Board of Water and Light, and if so, what did you do and why?
Yes, I checked with Board of Water and Light as well as with Consumers Energy. And the thought process behind that was whether or not maybe he had a different place someplace and he relocated or created a new account through them, and I was unable to locate anything under his name.
We've heard evidence that Mr. Watson sometimes would attend casinos. What, if anything, did you do to investigate casino contacts?
I contacted the casinos in the state of Michigan, and especially the ones that I knew he frequented, to see if he used his player's card or anything like that, and there was no indication from any of those casinos that he had been on the premises.
What, if anything, did you do to check with the United States Postal Service?
I also checked to see if maybe he had another address, or if he rerouted his mail to a different address as well, and it was nothing.
What, if anything, did you do to check with Department of Human Services to see if there was any child support history after January 12th?
I did contact Russ McKenzie at FOC and was able to determine that there was no activity in reference to that, as well as unemployment. The last time he checked into his unemployment was January 11th of 2021.
What, if anything, did you do to check with the United States Geological Survey, and why?
We contacted we requested a geological survey of January 12th to determine whether or not the Grand River had frozen over that particular day, as well as to determine what the temps were, to see if anybody could have done a hole.
Detective Osborne, through this entire investigation, based on subject interviews with family, friends, those who knew him, and these objective database searches that you did with governmental and state agencies, did you find any evidence that Andrew Watson was alive after the date of January 12th, 2021, after about 10 o'clock p.m.?
There was zero history after that.
In 5 years, has there been any information provided to you that Andrew Watson is alive on the face of this earth?
No,
Has Andrew Watson's body or remains been found?
no, sir.
Has evidence of Andrew Watson's blood, however, been found in this investigation?
Yes, sir.
We approach, please.
You may. All right, we're gonna take a 15-minute break. All right.
Just give it like 3 seconds. Then just go over and see it.
All right, I'll see everybody back about 5 after. Thank you.
Thank you. 2 more minutes. All right, it's not bad here. Yep, talk closer. Or is that one? Okay, yeah, I'll go grab one. I'll get it when I get the jury.
Hurry up.
Should be good. Oh. It's not. Oh, it's in. She wants to eat it.
We need to keep.
Nancy's chair has heat. Nancy's chair has heat.
You may be seated, although the jury's gonna be out in just a second, it's up to you. All right.
That's very.
All rise.
Thank you, you may be seated.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay, you may
Waiting for
proceed with your-
instruction. I apologize.
No,
Sorry,
no, I
sleeping
just
on
thought you were
the ground
collecting your thoughts, I know you had a big day. All right.
Thank you, Ron. All right. All right, Detective, I want to draw your attention now to what I'm going to call the close of phase one of your investigation. You had made investigative determinations that Andrew was last seen alive on January 12th and had developed no information that he was anywhere after that. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So I want to talk about or enter into phase two of your investigation, and I want to refer you to the date of January 28th of 2021. Were you still so employed as a detective with the Lansing Police Department on that day?
Yes, sir. I was.
Were you still involved in the investigation of the disappearance of Andrew Watson II?
Yes, sir.
Did a break come or an initial break come in the investigation of Andrew Watson on the date of January 28th, 2021?
Yes.
Tell the jury what, if anything, was important that happened in this case on the date of January 28th, 2001.
On that particular day, NSP conducted a traffic stop involving Willie James Jr.
The vehicle that Mr. James Jr. was found driving on the date of January 28th, 2021. What, if anything, was significant to you about that based upon interviews that you had obtained in this case?
Based on my interviews, it was determined that that was the vehicle that he was driving the night that Willie James was driving, the night that he went to gamble with Andrew Watson.
Based on the description of the individual that Andrew Watson met at Georgetown, what, if anything, was consistent about Mr. James's appearance on the date of January 28th, 2021 to the appearance of the person you met at Georgetown?
His beanie and his coat.
Now, as the investigator in this case, when did you first find out that the traffic stop had occurred involving this individual by the name of Willie James Jr.?
I believe I found out on the 28th.
Can you tell the jury, please, what, if anything, significant to you is observed as we see in the onboard camera from the troopers about what was found on Mr. James Jr. on the date of January 28th, 2021?
The large amount of money that's being pulled out of his left pocket.
How many days after the disappearance of Andrew Watson is this screenshot taken, please?
16.
During the course of this investigation that Michigan State Police troopers executed, were items seized from the individual identified as Willie James Jr.?
Yes, sir.
What was seized from Willie James Jr.?
2 cell phones.
The cellular phones that were obtained from Mr. James Jr., we've had a stipulation in this case that those were transferred directly to you and Detective Martha McGonigal the next day. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And that was done by Detective Andrew Waldrop.
Yes, sir.
I want to show you what's been marked in the evidence in this case. If people could forward to the number of 16. And ask if you can identify what's contained in that particular item.
This particular item is one of the cell phones that was from that stop, as well as another one.
And we're going to talk about that. The second cell phone that's contained in this item, when was that one obtained?
That one was obtained on the 29th.
And by whom was that phone obtained?
Me.
And was that during the context of an interview that you had with Mr. James Jr.?
Yes, sir.
All right, at this time, I'm going to move admission of people's proposed exhibit number 16.
Any objection or voir dire?
Objection.
Admitted.
Understanding that Mr. James Jr. had been stopped by the police in possession of a large amount of cash and 2 cell phones were seized. Does there come a time after this date of January 28th, 2021 that you make contact with this person identified as Willie James Jr.?
Yes.
When did you make contact with this person by the name of Willie James Jr.?
Initially, he called me on the 28th, and we spoke and scheduled an interview for January 29th.
Had you heard of the name of Willie James Jr. in connection with the disappearance of Andrew Watson?
Yes, I did.
What, if anything, was significant to you about Mr. James Jr. as it relates to his contacts with Andrew Watson? Sorry, you got interrupted. What, if anything, is significant to you in your investigation about that name, Willie James Jr., as it related to Andrew's disappearance?
He was the last person to be with him the night he disappeared.
So how is it that you received a phone call from this person identified as Willie James Jr.?
He was provided with my contact information
When did you receive that phone call?
on the 28th.
And where were you when you received that phone call?
I think I was with my kids, actually.
And can you tell me, why was Mr. James Jr. provided your contact information?
I had advised officers that I was hoping to speak with them if anyone came in contact.
When you spoke to this individual identified as Willie James Jr., what, if anything, was the context of your conversation?
He wanted to know about his cell phones, and then I spoke with him in reference to wanting to speak with him regarding the disappearance of Andrew Watson.
What, if anything, did you tell Mr. James was your intention as relates to him?
Just wanted to get a statement in reference to what happened the night they were together.
This individual name identified as Willie James Jr. agreed to speak.
Yes, sir.
Was an interview set up?
Yes, sir.
When was that interview set up, please?
January 29th.
Would that be the next day after the phone call?
Yes.
Let's take you to that day of January 29th, 2021. Did you come into contact with a person named identified as Willie James Jr.?
Yes, sir, I did.
Where did you come into contact with him?
At 5815 Wise Road at Lansing Police Department.
What time of day, if you recall, did you come into contact with Willie James Jr.?
I believe it was 11 a.m.
How long on the date of January 29th did you actually spend with Willie James Jr.?
In total, an hour and 36 minutes.
During that 1 hour and 36-minute time frame, did you have an opportunity to see Mr. James Jr.?
Yes, sir.
He was wearing a mask at that time.
Yes, sir.
During the course of this entire investigation, have you also had a chance to see his face without a mask?
Yes, sir, I have.
The person that you met and spoke with on January 29th of 2021, is that person in the courtroom here today? If he is, could you point him out for the jury?
Yes, sir. He's the black male sitting at the table with the purple collared shirt.
All right, you're on record to reflect identification of the defendant by Detective Asha Lowe.
Any objection?
Without objection.
It shall so reflect. You may proceed.
Was an interview conducted with the defendant on January 29th?
Yes.
Again, where did that interview take place?
Lansing Police Department.
Who participated in that interview?
It was myself and my partner, Detective McGonigal.
Are there recording capabilities at the Lansing Police Department in interview rooms?
Yes, our interview rooms are audio and video recorded.
Was this interview both audio and video recorded?
Yes,
Prior to the interview, was it necessary to give Mr. James Jr. his Miranda warnings?
no,
Okay, and why is that?
he was not a suspect.
Was he in custody at the time you
He was
interviewed
not
him?
in custody.
Was he in custody at the time of the interview?
Yes.
No,
All right. All right, the interview that you had with the defendant in this case, has it been prepared into a workable form for playing in this courtroom here today?
yes, sir.
All right. What's marked into evidence is people's proposal exhibit number 193. Detective, we have in this spot, in this folder, a thumb drive, people's exhibit 193. Does this represent a audio and video copy of the interview that you had with this defendant, Willie James Jr. on the date of January 29th, 2021?
Yes, sir.
Other than legal redactions which have been made by stipulation, does this fairly and accurately depict the entire contents of that interview?
Yes, it does.
Your Honor, I'm going to move admission of people's proposal 193, please.
Any objection or voir dire?
Without objection.
Admitted.
Your Honor, thank you. We do want to place on the record, and we just made the relevant foundation, this has been redacted by stipulation or legal grievance in certain portions. So the jury will be hearing a redacted portion of that interview. I expect, Your Honor, that the interview will be about an hour and 15 minutes long, so we can continue playing if the court wants.
Okay, let's get to it. I'm gonna dim the lights a little bit, might make it easier to see.
Playing the video for the record, Your Honor.
You may.
Is the volume up on? Should be.
And for the record, the court reporter does not take this down
Pause it
unless
real
somebody
quick.
speaks.
Check.
That is not on the video.
Volume's up. That's right. Just check it, so we should be fine.
Should we be hearing volume?
We should be, yes.
Okay, so do we need to put it in another device or?
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm sorry if we're having a tech problem. We've had some problems with our computers this morning. Maybe we could take, I'm sorry to do this.
Let's just go off the record.
Yeah, we just go over that for a moment, please. Maybe we can excuse the jury for 1 minute. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. All right, sorry.
All right.
It's all right. I'm sure it's not like this. Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor.
It's okay, we can call the tech guys to tell them emergency. Thought it was just working.
Was.
Yeah, it's, I know. Windows. all be seated, thank you.
Try plugging in HDMI instead of the puck.
What's that?
You can try plugging in HDMI instead of the puck.
That's fine. Yeah, it's obviously the video it works just fine, it's just a matter of technical problems, sorry.
We can also call the tech guys. It's happening every trial, there's some problem.
It's no problem if we have to try it there. Had problems in the past with this too.
Brian, do you remember the last trial we had a problem with this too?
Yeah.
Always something.
But we haven't checked the equipment, so this wouldn't happen. Unless it's their computer.
Shouldn't be us. We just played it someplace just fine.
No, call the guys and tell them. They got a video, another video too. So we do that.
That. Okay.
Okay.
I just switched the plug. Let me just switch to the HDMI. That's what I'm working on. If you turn that off for me.
Turn the elbow off,
Yeah.
the button at the top. Yeah.
Of course, now it doesn't want to do this. Yeah, we can do it through HDMI.
Let's try the puck again. We played all the other ones through the puck. Let's just try another puck.
Go back over to the plug.
Sometimes the puck's dialed in.
Back there, if you can.
Jurors, please. We're back on the record. Looks like we fixed the technical problem. Thank you.
All rise.
Thank you, you may be seated.
Your Honor, thank you. We apparently had a faulty phone system to our computer and using it the whole trial, so I don't know what happened. I do apologize to the court, to the jury, and the counsel.
We will get another one, but glad we resolved it. Thank you.
Hopefully we got it resolved, so we'll wait, begin playing again.
Okay. Information from first. Your middle name? No, and your last name? James. James.
Yes,
JR, what's your date of birth?
6/11/1968,
Current address?
2325, New York. 13.
My partner Jackson Madonna wasn't actually coming to this, so I don't want you to get all nervous when she comes in here, okay? What's your phone number?
517, 896.
0850, do you have any other phone numbers?
6 7246.
So you already know why you're here today, okay? I am assigned the missing persons complaint in reference to Andrew Watson the second, okay? Who you know as Skrill or Bubba, okay? So his parents reported him missing on the 12th, all right? So what I'm gonna ask you is to recall that day, whatever happened that particular day when you had contact with him, as much detail as possible that you can provide for me that would be useful and helpful in trying to figure out where he's at. Okay? So go ahead and start from that day. That was on a Tuesday.
Well, I remember the contact because he we was on the cars, so we was texting back and forth because he knew it arrived. They called the car out.
You call what?
The car.
Okay.
I don't know the actual.
Okay. Or Washington, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the car, we text, and I just that somebody's gonna pick him up. He's gonna drop somebody off. We know where we used to play cars at. So I went over there, played, and he went like he usually do. I mean, I had 5 minutes of being. So I was like, I'm gonna go around. Anyways, he pulled back, but the white skinned girl in the white truck. And
Light skin girl in a white truck, is that what you said? When you say truck, you mean like a pickup truck or you talking about that SUV?
that should be
What time, do you remember what time this was that you started passing them? Who passed it, who, that day? Like who started the tax, who initiated the contact?
I got this on my phone.
Okay,
He was in my phone. I appreciate it.
okay,
But then we talked on the phone.
okay.
Then he might actually come, he might even say he need a ride if I was mistaken. And I was just
Okay. When you
you gonna go pick him up, or was he, you were planning on going to pick him up?
I don't pick him up, I guess I'm staying tomorrow.
Okay,
So he texted me back and said that he had arrived.
okay. Okay, and then around what time of day was that? In the evening, was it dark?
Yeah.
Would you say after 8? Not sure, okay. Okay, and so what spot do you guys typically, gamble at?
Well, we go to a few different ones, but we was in Georgetown.
Okay, and who lives over there in Georgetown?
Somewhere like that. He called his name, so I called him.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, and how long were you guys there?
Couple hours, 3 hours.
Was it just the two of you?
It was me, him, and
Andy.
yeah.
Um,
But she's always around. Now, I said, I'm sure, but we in the streets, I think she smokes, whatever.
okay,
She go back there, she coming back there, but I haven't seen.
okay. Their relationship is strange, is that the
No, I
same?
haven't seen the exchange.
Oh, the exchange, okay, okay. Okay, and so what is your history with Andrew? Like, tell me about your relationship as far as your,
Like ours.
These are part of the redactions.
Thank you.
you guys just friends?
So she was
Okay, where'd you meet him?
kind of games.
Okay, and so you just periodically play around the city?
Before.
Yeah.
Now.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a few stuff there.
Okay, so you've known him then for several years?
What about the card, please? We don't get two shits about you gambling. You guys play the money?
Yeah.
Okay. The night that you guys got together and you played at Auntie's house, did you show up with money?
Yeah.
About how much did you take?
How much I earned?
Yeah.
About 2,600, 3,000.
Okay. How about Andrew? How much did you show us?
I have no idea.
Okay. You guys played for how long? You said a couple hours? Over that time, how much money did you have? But you're not playing for pennies, you're playing for money, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you had a decent amount of money, you said you had 26 to 3 grand.
This is really, we was over like 5,000 straight up.
Sure. Sure.
So I lose, or he lose.
Sure. So when you guys were playing, was he pulling money out of his pockets or was he pulling money out of somewhere else when he lose?
Well, he actually won tonight,
Okay. About how much do you think he won?
2,600.
So he took everything you had?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then he left, how was he holding money?
I didn't see him.
You didn't see him leave?
No, I went before.
Okay. When you won the money, or when he showed up with money, was he carrying anything or did he just have money in his pockets?
So we can just in his pocket.
Just in his pockets, you never saw him hold a bag or a purse or like a man purse, anything like that? Did he have like a fanny pack around his shoulder, nothing? Okay. Just whatever he had in his pockets, you never saw him carrying a bag? Okay.
I've never seen him with a bag.
When he left, he had everything that he had with him in his pockets still? I guess my question, was he carrying a bag when he left?
I've never seen him with a bag.
Okay,
For my knowledge,
okay,
I've never seen him with a bag in my purse.
okay. Was it just the two of you that were playing cards? And you said Auntie was in the back?
It was, if I was, if no one playing, so I was just me and him.
Okay, nobody else?
No.
Okay,
But he's on the phone most of the time.
sure,
I'm saying like on FaceTime.
yeah.
So,
Do you know who was FaceTiming this night?
the place can go.
Okay, do you know her?
I've never seen him before.
You would recognize her if you saw her again?
I was on the phone with, Chicago,
Okay,
and she just, cause actually, she came back, the high school came back,
okay,
brought him some food and
Okay.
some charges or whatever.
She driving the same car when she came in? You didn't look out? Okay.
So one reason why I was doing that is because when I talked to Carter, she said that the license was on her that she never came in the house.
Okay. Did she clean the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I knew, like, I was like, yeah, she was tall, like, kind of Amazonish. I was saying, yeah, I was. I just like tall, like. Well, I didn't feel like that now, on a certain side, but that's how I was trying to. And all the problem was that I was never, she said she come in the house, and I'm like, watching. And then she said that some guy told her, she not mention my name. Like,
How does the car fit in this?
I guess she's like the, famous girlfriend.
Okay.
Have you ever met her?
She's been around the
Okay.
I lost 15,000 before.
Okay.
And then like 7, 8, 9, 10, you know,
Okay.
she was there.
So is she always around when you guys are playing? Or is she just?
She was there a couple times.
Alright, and so when the Amazon chick walked in, what did she do?
She, because I don't think she could see me. So she feel like she might even be able to see her. You know what I mean? But like I said, I was observing. So I'm like looking, she came in, she brought some food, gave him a charger, he gave her some money, gave her a kiss, and like, I know you gave her that, but
That was it. Okay. Was that in the beginning of you guys playing?
probably somewhere yeah.
Okay. Did you say anything about getting a ride from her?
Well, I heard him on the phone say either drive the truck back off or come pick me up.
Okay.
Because from my memory server, I think he tore up his red 300. And then he had just maybe that day or the day before to a gray truck that he had. I think somebody told me somebody else in the back.
Okay.
So it was not good, that's like another five or something else.
You said it was a great truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know him have a red 300, a red 300, and a gray truck.
You mentioned Angie was in the back smoking. What was she smoking?
No, that's something.
I'm sorry. I
I
just.
said,
Say she smokes, right?
because I know he.
What does he do?
So it was.
Okay, but what, do you know what he says?
Okay.
Okay.
I never seen him do anything. I just know that she'll call him and then he'll go to the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Does he work for somebody or is this, you don't know? Okay. But you've seen him sell before?
I just seen him because he does it.
Okay.
Like that guy calls it.
Yeah. Okay. Was it a little? Was it a lot? What do you think?
Just pull out a little bit, crunch it up and
Do you smell it?
snort. And I gave him he took some pills too.
Do you know what kind of goes?
I don't.
What they look like? Okay.
The only reason I remember is because he was asked that girl, I took the girl, and he started counting. Like, he took one or whatever.
Okay.
The same nice nigga.
He gets the right singer? Okay.
Called and asked her if he took one, because I guess he didn't remember or whatever.
Okay. And then so what happened, how was it that night, like when you guys were playing, is this you said you won 2,600, right? Were you guys cool after that? Was there an argument? Was he upset? Was he excited? Were you upset? Or were you guys just straight, like, this is a normal?
It's no, never lose a drug.
Yeah.
So
And you guys are sitting with one another, there's usually no beef or anything like that afterwards?
never.
Okay.
I lost, he lost, I lost day one, that was just like a lifeline.
Okay.
That was just something to do, know.
Prior to that, when was the last time you guys came? If you could remember.
We played on, I want to say, the week before, like maybe Wednesday, Thursday.
So Wednesday or Thursday of the following week.
We played like that Monday, we played, I won 8,000.
Okay.
And we played, I want to say it was Thursday or Friday.
Do you guys play the same spot in Georgetown on Monday when we were?
No, we played, I guess, in court.
Okay.
The next two times, the Monday we played, and then it's like Thursday, Friday, we played in Mexico.
Who was there?
So much.
Okay.
And I had on the 8 on that Monday.
So just from him, right? Just the two of you?
So every time we play, it's just me and him.
Yeah.
There's no other people, you know, saying, I'm in this, so it's like,
Yeah.
and then we tried to play again. Then Thursday, and it was 11,000.
Same spot on Wednesday Court or a different place?
So it's that.
Okay.
At that time, he was on the phone with, I don't know, some young Mexican girl.
Different girl.
The same one that he was on, I don't know, which of the videos or whatever, we had money on the table.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Okay, so that girl was on Thursday,
It was in Thursday, Friday or something.
Thursday, Friday, okay. And where on Vincent Court, who was on Vincent Court?
My friend,
Omni?
it was me, her sister,
What's her
her
name?
dad, her sister's name?
Yeah.
Kia.
Can you spell it?
He killed me, right?
And you said her dad?
Yep, Terry.
Do you know her last name?
Well, his last name is, Wayne,
How do you spell it?
W-Y-N-N-E. I don't know if it's something that I sang back to her with that, because we call him Terry Skates.
Terry Skates?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go call him T-Skates, but I don't know if that's the last name.
Okay. And then do you know what the address is on Vincent Court?
947. 947.
Sorry, these masks made it sometimes harder to understand what people are saying sometimes. All right, so 937, so that's another spot that you guys, play at. And when you're, I'm assuming, so when you're in these groups, these are gonna be you guys trust, right? You guys are playing large amounts of money.
This is like,
Okay, your people.
just as like, a few times.
Okay,
There was one time when, Tara was there, but that was a while ago.
okay. You lost 11,000 or did you win 11,000?
I won
Yeah,
that was 11.
okay.
You won 8 on Monday and lost 11 on Thursday or Friday. Got it.
And both times it was against Andrew, her screw. Okay.
Did you give him a ride at all that day that you guys gambled, last day that you guys gambled together? You didn't ride in your truck?
How do you guys normally get around? I mean, are you guys, do you strictly play cards and that's it, or you guys kind of like hang out sometimes?
So you pick cards.
Okay. And when you guys meet up, you said sometimes you pick them up?
Never.
You don't?
Pick him up.
Okay.
I never pick him up that day because he said, because he told me.
Oh, because he messed up his car. Okay, so typically you guys are in separate vehicles. Okay. And then what numbers, can you tell me what phone numbers you called him at?
896.
That's your number. What's his phone number? You don't know his phone number? Okay.
So I'm swearing on my phone.
Okay. Now, when you guys, because, I mean, you said you're playing for a couple hours. I'm assuming you guys are having small talk and there's a little bit.
Sometimes we play for 12 hours.
Okay.
Like, a few times.
Don't you get bored?
No.
Okay.
So
Alright.
we play literally like 12, 13 hours
Straight
straight.
cards.
Cards.
Okay. Alright. So in that particular night though, on the 12th, okay, how many, you said it just a couple hours, so you guys weren't on Georgetown that long? Okay.
Just a few hours.
Alright, and you said when you left, do you recall what time it was that you left?
If I had to take a guess, I would probably say,
Was it late at night on Tuesday, or was it early in the morning, on Wednesday?
I'd say like 12. I'm just guessing.
Okay, midnight? You had to guess.
After that.
I'm just
Where's home for you? I know which one there, I missed it.
enjoying,
I'm sorry.
enjoying God.
Okay.
And I ended up playing, with, I don't know his real name.
Is he good?
Total,
Okay.
my son actually.
Okay. Toto, what's your son's name?
William. And some guy that Total's with,
You know his nickname?
they say that.
White male, black male, black male? Young, old, 20s, 30s, 40s?
I'm trying to get nervous for you. I'm lost around.
Toto, your friend or your son's friend?
Well, he never,
Okay. Did he come with you or your son?
I was with my son.
Alright, so you left there, what did Andrew say he was doing?
Anytime you say I'm trying to nervous. So whatever, I'm gonna let you go this way.
Okay.
So,
But he stayed behind and he left. He didn't walk out with you. When you walked out, I mean, are you pretty vigilant when you're walking out? Are you paying attention to your surroundings and all that kind of stuff to make sure? You guys do this kind of on a regular basis and you're, like I said, you're dealing with some serious cash. Would you consider yourself a pretty alert person? Observant, yeah.
yeah.
Is there anything that you can think of that night when you walked out? Nothing? Okay. Is it?
So I go next to me, any other night I leave, or leave.
And that particular area that you guys are at, over, on Georgetown, is it well lit? Is it dark or?
It's in the back. I think it's like lights in the front, but I don't know if it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of dark, it's kind of dark.
Okay, and then when you pulled out, what route did you take?
Over to all the way around.
Over to Miller?
Yeah.
Or you talked, so you drove through the complex over to Miller? Okay, and then where did you go from there? You went to Bull Garden? Okay. And what route would you take to go home?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? What's your typical route? I mean, you guys.
Depending on that, though, I'll take, John, I'll have,
And then did he call you after that? No?
When you got there that night, what were you driving?
truck,
Truck like a pickup or like an SUV?
that should be,
Does it register to you or to somebody different?
no, it's not my truck.
It's not yours? Okay, when you left, what were you driving? When you left there, were you driving the same truck? When you went to Georgetown, you were in the same truck? I'm sorry. So you were driving the tan truck when you got there, did you drive the tan truck when you left too? Okay, I didn't know if you got a different car, you borrowed somebody's car, I didn't know if you drove the same truck there or back.
And so whose car is it?
It's my sister's.
What's her name?
Phil,
Phil?
Philomena James.
And you said it's, what's your description of tan? Some people think tan is like brown, and some people think it's like cream, and then it's a highway switch, so light brown. Is that a car that you drive regularly?
Sometimes, she has another truck and my friend has a car, so I drive, that's kind of.
What type of truck is it? What's the maybe model that you got? And so when you walked out at night, you didn't see, was there anybody in the parking lot, was there anybody around, the people? Because you said you were pretty late, right? There wasn't a lot of traffic, you didn't see any other vehicles coming into the area or anything like that? He didn't tell you that he was meeting up with anybody else?
They never talk about that.
Okay. Now, how regular have you guys been getting together? I know you played cards, so that would have been 3 times within a week, right? Because you said Monday, and then Thursday or Friday, and then again on Tuesday the following week, right? Had you been doing it regularly for the last few weeks, for the last month, for the last couple months?
We just And we just, yeah,
How often are you guys communicating?
um, it's all in my phone.
Safe to say that when one of you wants to play cards, you get a hold of the other one, and that's just kind of it. You guys don't hang out outside of playing cards.
So you don't know anything about like his personal life or what he does outside of that? His no, there's no small talk or anything like that, you guys are strictly playing cards.
I mean, we had small talk, but not like about
Personal items.
like, I don't know.
So you don't know if it's like normal for him to just kind of drop off the face of the earth when you communicate with him, is he pretty good at getting back with you? Or is it usually a couple days delay?
Sometimes, or he, like I said, he's good at like, he in 5 minutes, I'm 30 minutes away.
Since you guys played cards on that day, have you spoke to him at all?
No, I texted the next day.
The next day we did? So we're talking now Wednesday.
Yeah, that was,
Okay. Did you text him because you wanted to play cards or just to say?
let's play card.
Okay. Did you tell, like, what did your text say? General idea, I don't need word for word.
I read
Okay.
something that,
Did you tell him where to meet you or anything like that? Okay. He didn't reply.
so we don't.
That makes sense.
Like, we had a very we fed over his house. Only because he said he wanted to play at empty house. Because there was some girl at the second hour, he never got in the bottom, he said it was her niece.
Okay.
He never got in the bottom, so we played with her. And I said, we were trying to actually find someone to play that night.
How long ago was it that you guys didn't go there because of the girls from Saginaw? Okay.
We actually we were actually trying to find some place to play that night, because he said those girls were over there. But then he said that they had landed with the Saginaw or something, so that's why we were going over there.
Okay. Where does Quanisha stay?
Quanisha, she stays on Star Street.
Her name again?
Quanisha.
Okay.
I know that was, sorry. Come on, where's that Jolly?
Shall
Turn out Jolly on Star Street. It's not a. One house. Her, the next one, the second one,
The second house.
that line store.
Dark bricks? Yeah.
It's just the second one, that line store.
That's her name, would you know?
Quanisha.
Do you know her last name?
Rose.
Is Quanisha, you say her name right? Quanisha?
We call her Queen.
Much easier. Queen. Is she your friend or Andrew's friend? Or both of your friends?
I think you know her, I don't like the extended relationship.
When you guys play at her house, is it?
Every time
Oh, okay. Was it something you set up or Andrew?
I did.
Okay.
So you're typically, when you guys play, Quanisha was the one time you've only been to her house once, and then your people on Vincent Court. How often do you guys?
It was like there 4 times.
And are they usually, what did you say her name was? Yeah, are they normally there, or is it just?
Well, the last time we played, it was everybody, she was cooking, her sister was there, her friend was there, that was a kid was there. So, it was a lot going on.
Okay, and you said those are your people, how do you know them? Okay, so is she your girlfriend, or you're not labeled?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been dating since May. And does she live at that house by herself or no?
Got the kids.
And then do you know anything about this lady on Georgetown? I know you say you call her Auntie, like what's
Oh,
her?
that's how he called her.
Yeah.
That's how I don't know. I mean, we go like, when I go over there, you know, she'll, like, I just, she has to come over.
She has you at New Year's? Okay.
So she goes out, like,
Okay.
she goes back to that.
And you only go there with money? Or with scrum? Or both, sorry, he's got somebody that want anything.
Yeah.
So Andrew, you only go back there with him? Okay. You don't know nothing about her?
Nothing.
What does she look like?
She is.
Last year. And you've never seen anybody else in the house with the two of you? I know you said she goes in the back. You gotta check to that.
No, I never, I went to the bathroom. It's bathroom. Yeah, I never went to.
You never saw anybody else in there? Okay.
Can you open cards where you play in the house?
It's dining room.
Okay. In Auntie's house? Okay, how about when you play down here?
And then is that you go over to Georgetown, so when you left that night, did you guys go back there? Did you go back to Georgetown at all? Or no, was that the last time you've been over there? Okay.
And she wanted me to ask something. I don't recall what, but when I went over there, it was I guess the two girls in college prior to the party. It was from, he never said how many girls, but it was two girls there. And I knocked on the door, and they just, like, I know my door. I was like, somebody knocked on the door all fucking day. And we don't play while else they move Saturday night, we do this, I'm like, on the phone with cars. She's in the back, she's not going, I said, no, I never heard of it. I stopped by, I was like, yeah, I don't know, it's calm down,
Yes. What day was that? Yeah, when they're young.
I'm not sure, I sure you guys tired, she would tell you. Because I was on the phone. I thought it was from her, because they were saying somebody was knocking on the door all night or something. Because they said, I'm tired of this bitch knocking on the door, and trying to figure out what the fuck about what that do, that do, something like that.
So go back for me, because after you left, and somebody, how did you find out that Andrew was missing? Okay, so do you remember what time she called you?
So,
Early in the morning? Was it light out or was it still dark?
I'm not sitting around.
What did she say to you when she called?
She called me, first name, she called me, I was sure.
Okay.
I said, good.
You said you said you were thinking it was wrong with time? When you were trying to think of what time it was?
Oh, I was saying before like 10.
Okay.
It was like, I don't know exactly what time it was.
Okay. So what did she ask you?
To ask me something, I don't know. Because I just thought I'd go with it. And give her the phone. You know what I'm saying?
When she called you, were you back at your house or were you still at Omni's?
So I'm just,
Okay, so you spent the night there that night at Omni's? Once you got to Omni's house, did you leave the house at all that night? Okay, where do you think you went? If you went somewhere, where would you have gone? Somewhere close by? Okay. Okay. All right, did you leave the area or anything? How about Anya, did she stay there all night or did she leave it all? The night, yeah, after you got there. She stayed as far as, you know, other than maybe going with you to get food.
Do you recall what you did that next day? So Tara called you, or how do you pronounce your name?
I'm going to Tyler.
Latara, okay. So she called you, and asked you to ask Auntie something. What was it that she asked you to ask Auntie?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. Was it?
How much she, like, sorry.
Okay.
How much she was, more just really asking me about, you know, we talked about, she was in it because the girl was acting weird. The one they talked about was acting weird.
So you trying to help her out?
Yeah, that's
Okay. All right. And then prior to, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, so prior to going, over to Auntie's house, where were you before that? At Auntie's house? Okay, so that's when you were in, Andrew, we were texting. You guys are texting to set up the time to play.
And then Tuesday you were going to Auntie's to play cards. You were at Omni's while you were texting with Andrew to set up meeting him to play.
I don't know where I was
Okay.
Okay.
at. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Okay, so what time, how many hours or how much time had elapsed that particular day when you guys were setting up your game time?
That's between, I don't know.
Because you said you had to keep waiting for him, right? So he was over there, at the car when you first texted him?
I think he texted me, said, right. We were talking on the phone first.
Okay.
Then he texted, I texted, I don't know how it went. I said, it's in my phone. I
Okay.
don't know how it went. But then he texted me back and said that, I got a ride. Or girl stays behind 18 hours. So I'm gonna move the truck or whatever, I'll be over there. Something that was. So I got over there, that's what I got there. So I got over there. And I'm sitting in front of it.
In front of Auntie's house or in front of the complex?
Something I've been waiting on the come. So I texted him, like, man, I'm going. Because he's looking at
Did you leave at all when you said you were gone, or did you sit there the whole time? You were just kind of like getting, trying to get another house. Okay, alright, and then as far as anything that you know, in reference to any needs he might have, was he owing anybody money? Like I said, I know you know that he sells drugs, but.
I'm just trying to go street. I got somebody else came over like 2 weeks that he met with her over.
Okay.
And I was
Auntie's? Who came over to the room?
somebody.
A white lady? Was she a white female, and how old was she?
She left me really over. I don't know how old she was.
Did she text him or call him, or did she just pop up?
No, I think she called. Okay. He gave her. And she thought she called him, gave her that.
She called him?
And he was like, you know, everything in times. She's like, I don't remember. She came in talking about her husband. She got to stay away from that neighborhood because her husband was over there.
She actually came inside.
Yeah.
You remember what color her hair is?
Streets or something. Maybe the same color as the streets.
She's showing herself.
She's. I'm not good at that, like 5.
Pretty average height. How about
But
that?
I was sitting down, so she was standing up, so, she was, I wouldn't say skinny, I wouldn't say fat, I would just, like she had some bigger clothes on, like maybe, like she just, like not in shape or something like that.
Have you ever seen her before?
Probably we should say for
Like, she said she probably like 3 to 5 minutes, 2 to 3
So
minutes.
it's quick. She was in and out.
Cause she came in.
Did she come all the way in or did she?
She came all the way to the door. And then she got up, went to the door. I know it was that to be seen. Cause she came in, I know we were having a meeting on Friday, or something for your mother, or something like that on Friday.
She said she was gonna pay him 40 or 400 or something. Okay. On Friday. Okay. Now you said something about the video that was posted on Facebook or something like that about the money. Is he flashy?
Yes,
Did you consider him to be a kind of a flashy person?
He posted the money video, or you did? Yeah. He posted the money video.
No, from, I was in the video to me.
Okay, so you just.
This girl's Facebook or Snapchat, the one that was, when he was at my friend's house playing cards, he was on the video with her. Dog.
And you think that's the same girl that got you off?
No,
Not the same girl, the other girl, okay.
this is.
This was on Monday. It was a Monday or Thursday.
This was the Thursday.
Okay, so you guys were playing on Vincent Court that day? And so she was,
On the video.
was she there on Vincent Court? Did she go to Vincent Court or was she just, he was FaceTiming her, talking to her the whole time while you guys were playing? Okay.
The video that you were sent, was that taken on Vincent Court, or was the video taken while you were playing at Antiques?
I wasn't there when that video was taken.
Okay.
Do you know where it was taken at?
And it looked like Nancy.
It looks like Nancy's house, okay. What are you hearing?
A lot of things.
Like what?
I heard that I lost $25,000 and came up missing. I heard that girl with the white truck, they left and went to Detroit and came up missing. I heard that he owed somebody $30,000. I heard that he had $50,000 more to get blood. What else? That something about some fake serve or something. I don't know.
But whatever it is, you two are friendly, right? You know you'll get your money back the next time.
Listen, I lost everyone plenty of times. We never argue about money.
You guys don't have any type of beef or anything like that whatsoever. You guys are strict position, this and that. Okay.
He win. I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Never physical with each other?
Never no argument, never no, nothing.
What, and so does he play cards with anybody else that you know? No.
Like I said, we just started shooting. So like, okay.
But when you play with a lot of people, you're not taking 5-10 grand out of your pocket either.
I might have like 5 or 7.
Yeah.
You know, but like I just picked up a day, I had like 5 and I lost like 300 left. So,
Did he owe you any money that you know? No. He didn't owe you money, you guys?
okay. Like I said, I heard it was like 30,000.
Did
I
they?
heard they was going 50,000 with the blood. So everybody was like, yeah, you got stuff being so trashy. No, it's not just like, you know, I heard I lost $25 to him. I'm like, okay, so Did he tell you
Kind of
that?
busy other,
No,
huh?
no, I'm saying. I told you, he told you.
Yeah. That, was that a small night, 2600?
That was something new.
Okay. Can't think of anything else that would be helpful, like. Anything.
And I saw, I don't know any of his cousins, uncles, brothers, kids, where he lives at, where he hang out at.
And maybe we were gonna pick him up at the Carter. Do you think he stays there or he was just there? No idea.
You don't know when he's visiting over there?
I'm trying to think if he said. I don't think he did. He said.
And then this Amazon chick, is this the first time you've seen that chick? I'm sorry, it's fine. It's her Amazon chick up. You don't know anything about her, you don't know her name, and hey, that's the first time you've seen her? Okay.
That's just, like I said, kind of whatever, I was talking to Tyler, and she was like, she never came in the house, and she never, she never, brought him, I'm like,
So she said she didn't do any of those things, and you watched her do it.
yeah. And then that's why when Tyler called me back, like, no, how did you come back the first time? Was like putting the phone like this, she was like, yeah, like she said she could. I mean, she did the same girl said that, I don't know what some people told her to say that, don't mention my name.
Don't mention your name?
Yeah, I mean, why you never mention my name? Like, this is what I did, like, tell them it's my name, how you heard it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, yeah, I was there.
You don't know who this person is?
No, I'm sorry.
So the day that you guys, played, have you been out of town for anything?
I did. I want to see my sister.
Where's your sister at?
She has cancer.
Okay. She doing alright? Good. What date was that or about when? I mean, it's not been what, like 2 weeks,
This is,
week and a half?
The 12th is when he.
that I went to see my sister.
No, yeah, I asked him, okay, did you go see your sister? Or about when? Would it have been during the week or on the weekend?
It was during the week. And I only had to like a couple of hours. Cause I was gonna go, she has chemo on like Wednesdays,
Okay.
and I didn't get to go to the chemo, and she came out, so I just wanted to.
So you think it was after the Wednesday then?
I think it was the.
Or was it on Wednesday?
No,
It wasn't on the day that she had chemo?
Sure.
I don't remember.
You don't play cards on Tuesday, so you didn't go Tuesday, right? And then the next day was our
I
chemo.
didn't think it was like,
Okay.
I wasn't even, I was like, I want to say, what is this, Friday?
Today's Friday, yeah.
I
think it was last week, maybe?
I'm trying to think, I don't know if it was last week or the week before.
Fair enough. She lives in the city of Detroit. Where is that where you visited her at? Was in the city? Okay.
What's her name?
Sophia Mesa.
Sophia? Can you spell her last name?
NASOA.
Know her phone number? Remember her address, by chance? Did you go straight to her house?
Yeah, I think that's 611 4th Street.
4th Street? 4th, F-O-R-T.
611 4th Street. It's like, not Detroit, but it's like.
Wait a minute, is it best in Detroit or is the city something else? Fair enough. I get it. I can visit my family, I turn at this party store, I go to that party store, and then I know I'm there, I get it.
No, I was asking you because it's the first time I, you know what I'm saying?
The first time you've been to our place. Okay.
I got not an answer.
Okay. But a majority of the information you said, I mean, especially like your text messaging back and forth, it's all on your phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, you didn't delete anything out of it or anything like that, so I'll be able to find it in there. Okay. As far as, phones for him, is there one specific number that you call him on, or does he have multiple numbers that you know of?
So I. I was like, where's my bag? And then text back like, what was this? And I'm like, big wheel. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
So his number or somebody else's number, but well, either the next day or the day after, we played.
the 916 number you texted?
When he called you back after you sent him the text to the 916 number and they responded with who's this, did you talk to him at the 916 number or was it one of the other numbers that he called you from? Do you remember?
Is that number?
He called you back on the 916 number?
And so when you texted him the following day, what time was that? So like later in the afternoon, was it early evening,
5-1.
morning? And you said,
So, when something like that, it's a win. I can't.
So I know that you recognize where we're at and what we're trying to do, right? But we want to find Andrew and whoever may have hurt Andrew and who has information about Andrew, even if they didn't hurt Andrew. So one of the things that is helpful to us is to be able to look through your phone and to be able to do a forensic download on your phone. And that it makes it easier for us to say, hey, we had nothing to do with this. Please have you take my phone, I didn't do this. Things we don't care about and looking through your phone, short of kitty porn, short of you had evidence of a homicide on your phone, we don't care about naked pictures, dick pics. We're done. Okay, we're past that nonsense. But what it does help us is if we're able to do a forensic download of your phone, there's 2 ways we can go about doing that. One, we do a search warrant, it takes a little bit longer. 2, you say, go ahead, we send the paper, we do it right now. So in order for us to issue your phone back, one of those has to happen. Okay, so are you willing to let us look through your phone? I need you to give me a yes or no. Okay, so I'm gonna read you this form, I'm gonna fill it out real quick here. And I'll sign it and I'll get your phone downloaded. What kind of phone do you have? An iPhone? What's the number on that phone?
816-0850.
Do you pay that bill or someone else? Who's your serviceman?
They said,
Do you have a bill on your phone?
11 programs.
What color is it?
So wrong.
You need the one that's on this screen? How about the case, what color is it? Okay.
What about your other phone? You said, yeah, there's a 706, number that you have that phone as well. Can we do the same thing with that phone? Okay.
You have that with you today? How about your code on your phone? On the iPhone?
102352.
102352. Okay. And that's the phone that we already have for you.
And then the other phone that you have with, what type of phone is that? Is it also an iPhone?
So,
You know, you said Motorola? Okay. Just go ahead and take Motorola. You know what? Not Motorola, what? What's the phone?
301.
3201? That's black. Is that a case or no? And that is 517-706.
7246.
7246. As far as, so your main contact is with the power chick,
As far
as far as him. Has she been the only person that's contacted you in reference, to him missing, or has anybody else tried to reach out to you? Has anybody else tried to get information from you? Or has anybody else been, asking you questions and stuff like that, or is it just like strictly her?
uh,
Okay. And then the two chicks from Saginaw, have you ever seen those girls before? And you didn't speak to Auntie that morning? How long were you there? Did Auntie call you at all? No? Do you have Auntie's phone number? No contact number for Auntie. And the girls just kind of had to with you because they were tired.
yes,
So people coming up to the house. Okay. It's 215-19-00564. Okay. What do you think, is, other than the call Amazon chick, anything else you can think of? No. So that night, you said he had a couple people that were calling, so that night when you were sitting with him, you had the white chick that called him, right? The Amazon chick, anybody else? That you witnessed? No? Okay. I think it's upstairs, so.
So I'm gonna read you the form real quick, and then we'll go from there. I'm sorry, you were gonna say something, go ahead. Okay. I understand that I have a constitutional right to refuse to allow a search without a valid search warrant, and further understand that anything found in a search can be used against me in a criminal prosecution. Understanding my rights, I voluntarily and knowingly without threat or promise of any kind consent to the search of an iPhone 11 Pro Max bearing number 517-896-0850, serviced with Xfinity, and a Motorola cell phone bearing the phone number 517-706-7246. I get those right? Okay. For evidence related to, and it's just a complaint number associated with the ambulance 215-19-00564. Everything's which is there is evidence that criminal prosecution, the search to be conducted with the understanding that officers will get their receipt or whatever from them.
so how long is this,
It depends on how much, depends on how much is on your phone too. It shouldn't be longer than a little bit. He's upstairs right now, ready to do it as soon as we take it to the
there's a
board.
month today?
Yeah, right now, we'll do it. We'll get your phone back. Once you want to do it this longer, I just think you want it back.
There's nothing like that.
Right, and it's just a matter of, it's inconvenient to not having your phone. Right. Can I get you to date it too? I'm sorry, I know that's a pain in the ass. Today's, 129. All right, and you still have the other phone with you, can I get that, and I'll run upstairs, and then you can get started on this shopping. I'll leave it. It's off.
And then after you left real quick, you went to your sister's house, or to your crib, or on Rosemarie, how are you? And so you went through the apartment complex, you came out of the took Miller, east?
Yeah.
So you would have turned right out of the complex, went straight down, and then left from there?
We just, Cedar.
Okay.
Beaver Valley.
Okay. So one of those is what you typically take, is the Lebanese roads? Okay. jolly to Dunkel? Or did you just turn straight on Bojo from the back?
No,
Did you, off Dunkel, so you turned left on Dunkel and then right into the complex? Okay. And then that night, I know you said he was, so he did a little line of coke, right? And then pink pills. Do you know how many pink pills he took? A whole and a half one? Did he, what was his demeanor? Like, was he lucid? Was he, do you think he was high? Like, you know, was he falling around? Was he sloppy? Was he, did he seem normal to you?
Seem normal to me.
Seem normal to you? Okay. Didn't seem nervous or shaky or anything like that?
I mean, you know, he always like,
So he's kind of like a fidgety person?
Some people's lost.
Like he's got like ADD?
So I just, so I was like, I'm like, he's always,
Doing something.
that's wrong.
So nothing out of the ordinary, that you observed at all from him. And then, the Darlene, I think that's her name, Ankie, chick she was in the back the whole time. She never came out and talked to you. She never said anything to you. Like, does she kind of like coax you? Does she? No.
He doesn't like that.
She doesn't like her?
In the same room.
Okay. Why is that? Does she act funny to you? No? She act kind of shady? What would you want?
I don't know, that's shady, I just think that it's more like I said, it's just,
This is how you guys do business. It's just the two of you. You kind of keep your privacy and.
I mean, I guess it is no reason for her to be around, or playing together, or go back there, like I said, in mine. Give her something to go back.
Okay. Did you see him give her something? He didn't.
I just assume.
Assumed. Okay. Why do you assume that? Is it based off of conversation or just kind of straight? Just knowing how things work? Okay. What do you know about his family? You know anything about his parents or anything like that? No?
I was the first time I seen his dad on first time. But I've never seen him before, and I don't know.
Well, go back to the FaceTime. Who FaceTimed? Who?
Tyler.
Where? I remember you saying that. So can you get back to when that happened? Okay. Was it a few days later? Was it the next day?
It was, I don't know, it was the next day, or it was,
So she texted you a picture of this chick.
I'm thinking she texted me a picture,
Okay.
but I definitely she put it, she was on the phone.
Okay. So Tara FaceTimed you. And what did she FaceTime you for?
Actually, it was just a girl that came in the house.
And she showed you a picture on the FaceTime, or was that girl?
She was there.
The girl was there with her. Okay. And then, so what happened with that?
I said, yeah, that's her. And I was like, I don't know why you're saying that she come in the house.
Okay, so you two are talking direct on the phone like this?
Yeah, the towers on the phone. I guess somebody's on the phone. I don't know.
And so, what did she say to you?
What did she say? I don't remember.
Why would they FaceTime you? Was Tara trying to get
I was trying to.
put her on blast? Because,
She said that she never came in the house.
okay, so you were telling her no.
You came in the house.
Okay.
And you.
What was her demeanor when you were talking to her? Was she calm or was she fine or?
I don't know, I didn't know, like, how she would act on a regular basis, so it was just like, I was never going to say anything. Once I said what I said, turned it back on the phone, and I think the dad, she was bad.
You ever seen him before? Yeah, look familiar to you? Okay. What did he say to you?
I never said, I know, it's like.
You can imagine what he's going through, right? You know, as a parent, and concerned about his son and well, that particular. So when you're on the FaceTime, you got Tara. Who else? Oh, Amazon chick.
It was one teacher. It was another nice teacher.
Another light skin girl. Did you see? Is this the same light skin girl that was in the video thing?
Matter of fact, when he was talking to Amazon chick on the first time, he said, I said, you got a song like English, like, so she's talking to her, another like she got the phone. And she was like, talking about it, it was about,
Which chick was from that?
she's another nice chick.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, she was.
She was with her the day that she FaceTimed you. Okay.
So then when, later in the conversation, she got mad and was like, I don't know, like, I sent it to him.
Yes, ma'am. Wall drops, maybe? Thank you. Go back to it, what were you saying, sir?
Yeah.
So was she calling on him, or was she calling on somebody else?
No, she got mad, I just assumed that he was supposed to trade or something, he never paid. So she got mad, whatever, and then when I was on the first time with Tyra, she put the girl on the phone. I was like, yeah, that's you, and then she got on the phone. I was like, yeah, I remember you got mad about it, or something, who's.
So you validate the stuff's what?
Yeah, that's nervous.
Okay. What was he wearing? What do you have on?
I mean, I don't remember unless I see it.
Okay. So you don't recall that night what he was wearing? Okay. And then, but he had a white SUV? Okay. And Amazon was driving.
Yes.
Do you know where they came from?
I just remember the taxi said something about that, she lived behind, so enjoy it. I think he said Georgetown. I'm pretty sure he said Georgetown.
Do you know if he works? Where he works? No. And how many girlfriends do you know of?
I see what you're talking to. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
4 or 5? Hear anything about any of them having?
I've never heard, like I said, is that somebody said that he got the white truck and clothes in Detroit then.
You don't know what day that was, though, that they supposedly went to Detroit
No,
with this girl?
no.
No.
That's just like I said, that's just something I heard.
And you guys don't ever ride around together? He's never been in your car? And you've never been in his car?
Yeah, I've been in it, but
You've been in which car?
I've been in the white car, the truck, and the red car.
Okay. When were you in the white car? Okay. Was it with just him, or was it with the girl too? Never with it. So you've never met that Amazon before? That's the first time you don't recognize her, you've never seen her anywhere else? Okay. And then that day, that same day, that was the only time you guys met up? You never met with him prior to that. Never met him anywhere else. He didn't move from one spot to the next spot to play guys or anything like that. Strictly, you said you don't remember where you came from that particular day. I know it was a long time ago, I'm asking you.
Most likely would have been either, I probably was at Omni House, I don't know for sure though.
Yeah, okay. And then what route do you normally take do you normally come off Miller to go into Georgetown? Is that normally the route that you normally go in?
It depends.
So you've been on
No problem.
from Edgewood as well? Okay. If you hear, you got a number, right? You still have a number?
What is it, the
614,
2500?
614-9801. Okay. Close. Do me a favor if you hear anything or got anything.
I don't know if I say if I hear anything, because I hear a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we see that, I don't.
I mean, also, you know what I mean, like the people that are talking, are they talking out of their ass, you think, or is there some validity to it?
I mean, before he came on this, people be like, be careful. Spend time about.
You've never done dirty though, in your experience that you've been with him, he's been a straight laced dude. Okay, alright.
No,
Cause I would assume you wouldn't keep playing cards with somebody that you didn't really feel comfortable with, right?
it doesn't make sense to me because
Yeah.
well, we never had any sense, any bad blood or
And you guys reconnected, you said in May,
April.
or April, you reconnected with him, if you had to guess what month? Real quick, right after you got out, or a couple months later?
It was like,
Sound like you need to eat too. What was he today? Yeah. Alright, yeah, no, I mean, basically, this is your standard missing person, so, it's not uncommon. More than likely, my guess is, I mean.
oh,
You got to read.
so the suspect, because I was the last one that was there, that's why I went home.
Oh, I talked to everybody, so when.
There was phone.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you ain't the only one. Yeah, you're not the only one, who the fifth one, I mean, sometimes it's just that, they just pop out, they leave for a little bit, they come back. From my understanding, this isn't uncommon for him, to, leave for a period of time, so, I take that into account as well, but I certainly have to make contact with anybody that had contact with him that day. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me ask you this, I don't understand the whole procedure and everything, like,
yeah,
all you had to do was call him, if
Yeah.
I'm in.
yeah. And I didn't,
This is what's like, I put it, took my phone, like,
yeah,
change windows on my highway, I've never heard of that one before.
yeah, and that's a different team, so I put it out there that I wanted to speak with you, and that's probably where that came from, okay? Because I said, hey, if anybody comes into contact with him, let them know that I want to talk to him in reference to this, okay? So that's, I don't know if there was a disconnect there or whatever, but it's a different unit that does that, okay? But the main thing was just speaking with you in reference to it, and Tara did say that you were like, no, just tell them to get ahold of me type of thing too, so, okay? So I do have that, no, honestly, you've been very helpful, so I certainly appreciate you coming in and taking the time to talk to me and giving me even the amount of information that you provided me with, because it does give me, a few other people that I certainly need to talk to, like these light skinned chicks,
I understand this, might be being, streets,
yeah,
that you can't find flashy,
with him being flashy with his money,
and with the girl putting it on her Facebook, you don't know who she knows.
Yeah.
Not even heard that too, something about some new made it something, I don't know.
Somebody made her post it?
Uh,
Somebody made her post the video?
No,
Oh,
no, he got me, you know
okay.
what I'm saying? That mean Todd told me that she went over to either her house or the light skinned girl's house. And she was asking them about, no, she was asking something. As soon as she mentioned his name, like, that wrong house, like, man, like, you know, she might have told her about it.
Okay. So do you know where that was at?
I'm trying to say it was I don't know. She went,
Yeah. Where he said you got the wrong house. Where was
it
that?
was one of the best thing the girl, she would tell you, she told me, you know, like, yes. The girl was talking at first, she said again, so she mentioned his name or something, and the dude came out like, you got the wrong house.
And this might be pertaining to the video that you're talking about, that girl.
That's kind of like, I understand, would be better is to keep people out of our business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But then you put everybody in your business, and you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So you never,
Do you know did you saw the post or did you not see the post?
no talk said no video.
Okay. Do you know what it said or what, was he talking in it? Was he,
You know?
put that on your phone? I'll be able to see it on the phone. The video? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I'm gonna take it off my phone. Do some comments and stuff.
Okay. And it's an actual video, not a screenshot.
No, it's a video.
Okay. Cause I didn't see a video.
You never seen that video?
No, I saw a screenshot of like a picture.
No, it's an actual video.
Okay.
And we get the girl's name. It's on the Facebook page.
Okay. And they're not saying anything in it?
Walking around, and you see her sitting in the chair. Didn't see her that.
No, just a picture. It's just a picture of a girl and a woman on the table. And then obviously somebody's got it on the phone, I think.
That's actually video that she put on her page.
Okay. This is a Facebook page.
Yeah, and it's, I forgot what the caption said.
And when you guys communicate, is that his primary mode of communication is through like text messaging and calling? Does he FaceTime people, or do you say FaceTime or girl? Does he have does he have Facebook, does he have Facebook Messenger or anything like that that you know of?
I don't know.
Okay, and do you have Facebook?
Kevin,
What's your Facebook page?
Billy Janae James,
Janae?
JABA, it's made up in the name.
Okay. What's on your Facebook page? What's on the front of it? Like, to make sure you're, you and Omni? Okay. And you don't suspect, now that you tell me anyway, that your girl had anything to do with, I'm thinking of the places that he goes, that you guys go to, like, you don't think anybody within those circles would do anything? Also, yeah, well, your circle and the Carnisha, that circle, and then this Andy.
Just about his people.
Yeah, so two people are solid, you don't think
Actually,
there's nothing that would give you any red flags that they would do anything like that. You two don't have that blood, whatever, whatsoever, you guys are straight. Okay, you don't know any, and those rumors, other than the, what did you say, one got healed somebody 25?
no, I heard they gave somebody $30,000.
You don't know who that somebody was, though? Okay.
And I heard that he had $50,000 on him on the flood when he must know or something.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I certainly appreciate you coming in. If anybody else, though, that if it's something that you think is critical or that I need to know, if you wouldn't mind giving me a call and letting me know, I appreciate it. And then if you do talk to people, give them my cell phone number, okay? And they can get hold of me and call me and stuff like that. Okay? You got anything else for me? Yes, ma'am. There's another one. You got any, George?
Uh, yeah.
For that one. All right, thank you. Mhm. Is that just black?
It's a Samsung A21, I believe.
A21?
I do not remember.
You don't? When they took the phone, did they ask for it?
The phone number?
Yeah.
No, just a call.
Okay. Call her back and see this. He says he doesn't know that number, the phone number. It's a Samsung A21.
3201.
3201. 3201. Same code for both phones?
Motorola and,
The Samsung? Yes. Okay, thank you. Alright. Yep, bye. Which say that code was?
3201. Why my phone? Because I actually still somebody to ride there. One of my sons in the finals. I've known around the Texas. Like about it.
Okay.
And my son, my nephew, they said everything again, I'm like, no, music.
Okay. I don't know how to say it. No clue. I didn't know you were somebody. So,
Yeah.
okay. Hold on a second, let me finish filling this out and I'll have you sign that. Alright, so I understand that I have the constitutional right to read it to you, I'm sorry. I understand that I have the constitutional right to refuse to allow a search without a valid search warrant, and I further understand that anything found in the search can be used against me in a criminal prosecution. Understanding my rights, I voluntarily and willingly, without any threats or promises of any kind, consent to the search of a black Android cell phone, Samsung A-21, bearing code 3201, unknown phone number. Do you want me to really James Junior, what's your date of birth?
6/11/1968.
6/11, that's 68. For any evidence regarding complaint number 215190056 the missing person of Andrew Clausen II. With things which they desire as evidence for the criminal prosecution, the search to be conducted with the understanding that the officers will give me a receipt of whatever is removed. 12/24.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
When, right.
29.
said 12:24.
Yeah, so kind of, yeah. It's the 1:29 of 21, and then the time is 12:25, well, now it's 12:25.
Absolutely.
And I'll probably just say in the hallway while they're working on that, okay? And that's it, so just get a hold of me, like I said. If you bring up, I appreciate that.
And that concludes the playing of the first segment of the video. There'll be follow-up to this, which is about 15 minutes. But if the court wants to take a break at this time, we could. It's up to the court.
We need to take a break. Thank you.
All right.
Return at 1:40.
Okay.